What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Woody. And guys, today Camel is about to drop. They're about to drop a Dragon Titan. I call it a Titan because it kind of is a Titan, even though it's not going to look like a Titan, but it kind of is because the advantages that you're going to get from it, or so far as we know, is going to be you can literally increase troops, so it's going to be a fleet expansion, right? Kind of like how the island is, but it's for your base and it's always there. Okay, so you can also increase the attacks at long range, so on and so forth, and then the hospital, um, and then as you go through different levels, this is like one of the best parts. You can increase the wounded capacity. Um, it doesn't really go. You see how this will allow. Where did it go? Where did it go? Well, there was a list that said different levels it was at, but it disappeared. Go figure, it disappeared. You guys seen that, right? There was a list. Okay, well, anyways, this one also was a capacity of 2,000, and then you get into the bad boys. Okay, so this is for cross-nation fleet. So now you get the troop expansion, right? And then this one is for the increased limited fleets as well. So, and here's the best part. Here's the best part about it. This is stackable. It's stackable, guys. It's stackable. So now, with that being said, obviously we see here this is a cross nation one, plus 2,000, and you can level it up, so on and so forth. Kind of like how that the island dock is. You know what I mean? Different levels get you different things. My question is this: if we get this to level 5, or we'll just say level 2, is level 2 going to be plus 2,000 more, or is it going to be a plus 500 more, so on and so forth? That is going to be a game changer if that's the case. And I do know it says you get from limited time events, but guys, before reset, it did say it's going to be in a event called Marbles. It's going to be dropped sometime this month. I don't know what it's about or anything about the event. It was there before reset. Reset happened, and well, now it's get from time limited time event. So obviously, the limited time events is in here. It's not in here now. Oh, but this is. Hold on, hold on. I suppose I should just already start this. Give me a second, because I do need some heals. I do need some heals and stuff. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, that's done. I got that. Anyways, do we have any questions about this? That people might have concerns or, oh, here it is, right here, right here, here. So you see right here, like how the island dock is. So the first one's going to increase the all troops plus 4%. And then level 8 is increased attack of mid-range, increased attack of long range by level 16. So I don't know if this is the max level, 16, but that's what I'm seeing. And I know once I switch to the next one over, this will be disappeared. So I don't know what's going to be. We have any questions about this that we might be able to speculate or answer, or Camo might be able to hear? Don't everyone talk at once. So far, Kitten says, I'm kind of hoping that they'll give it away free, unlock it like a playing equipment. At least then we can slowly grow it. That would be awesome. That would be awesome if they unlocked it. But we both know that it's not going to happen because right down here it says it costs 20 to activate. 20 to activate. So I'm assuming this is going to just be kind of like how the Titan skins are. So. Any questions, guys? A lot of y'all in here. Holbrook, what do you think? You kind of excited about this one?
Hey, Woody, I can't see any of.
Is it not sharing? Not seeing it?
Not in my game, no.
Oh, so in your game, you gotta go into your hit your city, right here, and then when you hit your city, you'll see this little dragon guard looking thing.
Hey, hold on. I'm checking right now.
Okay. Random says $100 per frag. You better not be. It better not be. It better not be. Oh my god. Oh, nope, nope, not 100, 200. Camel, do not listen
Oh,
to
you're
that.
right. Yep. I think I updated. It's there now.
Yeah, so if it, I think this will actually be. If you guys notice, like with the officer equipment that came out, um, they're they're kind of like big jumps for less spenders. You know what I mean? So it allows the less spenders or the free to play players or the mid spenders to be able to catch up and kind of be um, competable against other nations, other cities, which isn't a bad thing. Yes, we do get the whole, oh, the whales are just going to max it out and it's going to be unfair. I get it, it's going to be unfair, but this is a pay to win game, guys. Come on, let's be real. There's nothing fair about this game at all. And that's just me being real, and I'm sure everyone here can say the same. You know, like we knew about it 1 week playing the game that this is a pay to win, and we decided to still play it. So that is what it is. Um, but I am kind of
There's been a lot of boosts for mid rangers. Do you think Camel's trying to push it that way?
well. There's a lot of boost that goes both ways, though. So
True, but traditionally it was long range, right?
well, the way the game was set up in the beginning, and you guys might be able to back me on this, is that the game was set up for like long range, right? And then back in the days, back in the developing stages of the game, a group of players kind of like broke the game by figuring out mid range. And then Camel caught on, and they made that ultimately a different kind of build. So, I mean, again, the game was kind of built on long range, but now there's two different builds, or actually there's more than just two. But that was how the evolution of mid range is. Now it goes back and forth. It seems like for every level that Camel releases, city level, one might be favoring the long range, the next level might be favoring the mid range, so on and so forth. But you guys all got to remember one thing: each build is different. Like there is, if everyone in the entire game had the same exact build, it would be builds are different. It's not like how C35 was and C38 was. It's 41 now, guys, and almost 44. With that being said, so different builds counter other builds. I don't know how many whales that I've seen literally have a build go into void or about to go into void, figure out the other person's stats, and completely change their build just to beat that guy. Like it happens. It's not cheap, but and I won't do it. I won't do it. I've done my testing. I'm good for what I'm doing, but that's something you got to consider. And for the people that are not whales, guys, please remember and please listen. Don't ever try to copy a whale build. If you're just like a mid spender or a no spender, don't copy a whale build. Please don't do that because you're talking about hundreds and thousands of dollars into the game. That's where that's benefiting you. You know what I mean? So if you're not that person, go with a basic build and just to be active and be a part of a team. Draven says, Woody, are you a whale? No, I am not a whale. I am not a whale. No, I'm not a whale.
Bullshit.
I am not a whale.
Not to take away from the dragon topic, but just a quick question. C38, player versus player,
Mhm.
long range, mid range. It seems like mid range is getting the advantage on me.
So what troops are you using? So even though
I
you
got
have a
the
good,
EM
okay, you got EMPs.
I got the MPs, the snipers, and then I even run some cannons. I run the obviously my shredders, and then my C38 troopers. Um, but if I don't add some bikes and some cannons, it seems like they're really getting the advantage on me.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you something. If you go into individually all the troops, right, and you read their skills, right? So we all know that the rockets and all them they attack the back first, right? So they're going to be heavily attacking the back, which means their back is going to be uh, not as strong as yours. You see what I'm saying? So let's just say if they're heavy in the mid range, they're going to have a little bit in the back and a lot in the front. Well, why don't you use mid range and kill their
So
back?
I'm
Kill their back
I'm about
first.
a 14. I'm about a 1400 LRA fighting about a similar 1400 mid range, and they seem to get me.
Well, I mean,
Can I
you
can I
got.
chime in here real quick?
Yes, please, please. I know what I'm talking
So
about. It's very hard to explain it
I,
though.
I so I'm from 899 C38. I've been I don't buy uranium because I think it's a fucking scam. So probably more overpowered than a 38 should be. But I go up against a lot of those, especially that top alliance, those locked nations too. Always have fucking mid rangers. I always. Um, you got to get up your reduction stats, man. You got to reduce the damage from mid range, and you got to increase your attack to mid range. As much as it sucks, putting your priority from your basic melee killer, long range reduction. There are a lot of mid rangers out there, and as you get in a higher level, you encounter more and more of them. We just had to fight a C41 in Void that was like 2,000 mid range, and that was like probably the second one in a row. And
Yeah, those are
you just
tough.
get them. So in the U mines, I've been U mines aren't the greatest stat, in tests, but you can notice the difference. The mid rangers will start hitting you, and once you get your reductions up a little bit, um, I'm like 75% mid range reduction, and it's pretty even fight. They gotta either buff up or they gotta be like 200-300 stats ahead of me. So that would be my advice if someone.
That was definitely a mistake I made early in the game. Is drill masters I didn't focus on.
It doesn't have to be drill masters, even man. You can get Panda and Stormbow SS or double SS reduced damage from mid range. I mean, that right there help out a lot.
Yeah. So what he's
Okay,
talking about,
yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
what he's talking about, will be right here. So this skill right here, reduce damage taken from mid-range troops.
Yeah.
That's a huge stat right
We
there.
have seltzers?
Hey, Danny, can you mute your mic,
Yeah.
Doctor Danny?
Yeah. They're not cold, right? I think
Ah,
just
all right.
yeah.
Yeah, guess I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to. I'm sorry, Danny. Dang, it's every stream, but it's okay. I get it though. He probably doesn't even realize it's on. But in
It's
Stormbow,
tradition as the tradition does, Woody. Tradition as
ex-
the tradition does.
exactly. But in 10 minutes, I'll
So
mute him.
I noticed a lot of the mid rangers beating me. Their resistor and their troop blocks were very high, almost 200%.
Well,
Well, they have to be because
yeah,
mid range eats troops, man.
they do.
That's it's the fall of mid ranges. Yeah, you do some damage, but you're eating heals and you're eating speed up.
So remember, even though mid rangers kill a lot of troops, they lose a lot of troops as well. Um,
Yep.
so they're
You
always,
mean void wise?
well, yeah. We all talk about anything that we really talk about in here is all based on void. Like losing troops kind of deal. That's what we play the game for.
Sure.
So like to find these stats. Like Stormbolt, reduce damage taken from mid-range troops. Look in the eye, okay? You notice how everything's all like big and big lettered and stuff, except for this little tiny one right there.
Let me zoom in.
No, I can't zoom in, but yeah, you see the little tiny
No,
tiny
I did.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
reduce damage.
yeah. So that's a very favorable stat. So, and when it comes to reduced damage taken, guys, it's not just like we're gonna take 10 points off what their mid-range attack is. No, this is a percentage. This is a multiplier stat. So when we talk about when we're talking about, like, let's say this one is what, 15%. That's 15% of their attack. Their mid-range troops cannot touch you. Well, I mean, they can touch you if you don't have a counter, but that's a
So when you say
percentage.
15%, if they have 1400 LRA, let's just keep it simple math. Is that 140% at 10%?
10%.
Well,
You do the math. I'm not going to do the math. But it's a percentage of those troops. Like, let's say they can have what, 600,000 troops. Okay, so what is? We'll just say you're at 50%. So what's 50% of 600,000? 300,000 troops can do
Well,
damage to you.
300,000.
Yeah.
So it's that big.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yes. Those
So
are the multiplier stats. Those are so important to have. Um,
yep.
Huge stats.
And for me,
Okay,
the
that's
easy
good.
way.
Good clarification, because I thought for sometimes like, okay, say they got 1,400%, I'm gonna take away 15. They got 1,385. That ain't gonna help me.
Let's
No, that would
you know what?
go
I
ahead.
think I'll go into a battle report and see if I can. Um, we'll look at my stats so better. Okay, so I'm at 96.3%, right? Okay, now if they're at like 100 and something percent, right? So then 4 point something percent of it of my troops can do damage to their mid range kind of deal. So what theirs is like reduction taken from long range is what they're going to be using to help their melee and their whatever my long range is going to be attacking. So whatever yours is, it's literally like right here, 80 right here, increased damage to mid-range troops, 81%, 80.1%. Okay, so if you have something that's like countering that, then you got to do the math between what your percentage is compared to what their percentage. In the middle of it is what the damage you're actually doing to them.
Hmm.
Now, that's just a portion of it. Then you go into what your stats are compared to what their stats are, and the difference between that is who's going to win, who's not going to win. It's. I know everyone looks at melee HP, long range attack, or mid range defense, mid range attack, but these are just the start. Guys, these are just the starting stats. Like the more important ones are the middle ones and the bottom ones. Those are like stop looking at just the tops. Okay, and I'll explain. I'll show you what I mean in the mines. What I'm talking about, because you guys would be like, "Well, how did you win that?" Right? I have to find it.
Reductions,
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 yes,
reductions.
reductions, or reductions against
Well,
boosts and
and just
stuff
to
like
help
that.
the guy that I don't catch names, but like the simple way I think about it is your damage is a multiplying stat. Your multiplying stats are always going to do more power, more damage, whatever you want to call it, than an additional stat, which is attack or HP. Those the damage multiplies. So it it's a you know, Camel doesn't really point it out either. They don't really,
They don't
but that
want
is
you to
like
know
the
about
one
it.
thing.
They don't want you to
Yeah,
know about it.
No, there's not a lot of lessons, especially for average players. Um, Trying to figure out that multiplier has been a challenge for the last like year or two.
So
Because it'll say times 32 troops, etc. And I'm like, well, what does that mean?
so check this out, guys. This guy, even though I have what we'll just say 20 something thousand more troops than he does. Okay, this guy is a freaking whale. Like makes me look like a 35. Right. We'll check out my stats first. At this point, I'm only at 2,069 melee HP and 2015 long range attack. Right. And then you go down here, and I believe he's a mid range. No, he's a long range. But these are what matters. He could not beat me. Now let's look at his stats. He's almost
holy
at
shit, reduction.
2,200, guys. 2,200 melee HP and stuff like that. Now, and regardless, I have the 27,000 more troops. I mean, the 27,000 troops, yeah, it does help out, but against stats like this, it does not help out a lot. It's these middle stats right here and the reductions that I have on stuff like that is why I want it. Okay, so I mean,
Do you
just
think increased damage is better than damage reduction?
Yes,
yeah. Do you plan on being hit?
Okay.
Do you plan on being
you
hit?
need both though.
No, I've in 3 years I've never been burned.
Well, don't jinx yourself, but yeah, increased damage.
Yes, sir.
Increased damage is a huge thing to have, but you got to also remember reducing the damage to them is. I guess you guys said it right. That you got to have both. Like it's not something you just say, "Oh, I'm gonna just go increase damage and leave reduce damage out." No, you have to go both. It's there's those anything that has the word damage in it is
It works
so expensive.
together.
Yeah, it's so important to have the word damage in your stats.
And then going off what he was saying, because you were saying like, oh, if I have 250 long range reduction and he has 1400. Does that make it 1150 or whatever that math is? No, that would be your long range attack reduction, and that's like goes back to the adding and multiplying stats. So there's the drill masters and the unworldly reduced attack of enemy long range, and that's essentially what that does.
Yeah.
So they're both important, but if you were to ask me, Woody might say different. I would say the damage, you would do the damage first, then the attack reduction.
So the way I did it first, and this goes from we'll just act like as if we're brand new, from level city one. We always try to do what Tifa first, guys, Zeus, and then Alexandria, and we do Alexandria because of the reduced damage taken.
Yep.
Or yeah, the reduced damage taken. So the reduced damage is so important to do first because you're able to hold your own if you get hit by someone equally powerful as you are. You're able to hold your own. Now, if you get a 41 that hits you and you're literally a freaking 34, it don't matter what your stats are. You're dead. Like you might not have any troops left. Like period. But the
As
reduced
thing goes, if you're a 38 and a whale hits you.
Correct. So reduced damage is very important at first in the beginning of the game for people. Now, if you're the kind of person that is attacking, like is very aggressive attacking, increased damage is very important as well. If that makes sense. Like
we have a guy like that in my alliance. He's one fleet only.
Yeah, so
Titans are pimped up damage, and you can't catch him because all he has is one fleet.
Well, I mean, some people like to play with one fleet. Some people like to play with only 5 fleets.
That's a good point to bring up, Woody. We have players who do defend only and void, and then we have our squad that is all we do is attack and hide troops. So those are 2 different builds, right?
Not necessarily a different build. It's just 2 different ways of playing.
Okay.
So you always have the attackers, the aggressors, and then you got the defenders. People will defend because they don't lose troops except for the person that's being hit if they lose the battle. Then they lose troops because the hospital will get full real quick. And then whenever the hospital's full, well, the rest die. They die.
If you got
but we don't care about them because if you didn't shield, that's the whole purpose of void and that wonderful video you shared. So
That is, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. One more comment and I'm gonna hop off. But like what you were saying with the defenders, I guess you could say it's not a build, but it would be like an adjustment. If you're defending and you plan on getting hit, I would want 18 skinny mid DC. That's like 18% damage. And
not necessarily getting hit, but your only points scored are going to be defend other players who get hit. Not necessarily open up your bubble.
Yeah, it's
okay. So I was gonna say if they're opening their bubble, you want the skinny Medici, and then I would want
if
you're a whale. I know some 904 whales started doing this. They started pimping out Kingsley. So
those are the people that will have all their officers at level 55.
Yep.
But in reality, guys, most players, I'm talking about 98% of the game players, once they get their breakthrough to level 18, they go back to level 1 on all the directors, and they go back to level 1 on Kingsley. That is all that they use it for, because this is a game other than you got defending. I get that, right? But this is an attack game. You know what I mean? This is an attack game. I get the whole defending and making traps, so on and so forth, but this is an attack game.
I agree 100%. And that video that you shared kind of got me excited. I was getting a little bored, and I was like, no, we need to burn a whale.
I mean, I'll be honest with you.
It's not going to happen, but it brought a little bit of excitement back.
Burning whales, it's not easy to do unless you have a team behind you to back you. And I'm talking about don't be in the 1000s.
Not just a team. You need a team with 24 days of heals who can instantly press the button and then strike again.
It took us 65 to do a max P41 mid-ranger, and we all probably had 7 days of heals afterwards. And, you need numbers. It doesn't matter your strength, your stats, whatever. Doesn't you need the numbers, especially if you're attacking them and they have like 4 or 5 mil, 3 mil troops. You're fucked.
So, here comes another point I want to say about now that we're talking about 41s. So you got to know um, who you're going to attack first. Okay. With that being said, let's say there's a 41 that's got my BP 355 million. Some nations can do that. Actually, there's quite a bit of nations that can do that. But none of the newer nations out there, or even in my globe, can hit 355 and burn them. That's 21 million troops right there. Okay,
I
because
was just gonna ask, how many troops is that? Yeah,
yeah,
we're
that's
not hitting 21. No,
yeah, that's
not
not
happening.
that's 21 million troops right there. So you got to think about it.
Yeah.
To burn a city like this, like mine, right? Um, First, the stats have to match mine, or being relatively close to mine, and then you gotta beat the 21 million at that stat, or at least relatively close to that stat, right? And then you need to have more than 21 million troops coming in there to actually burn. Now, you got reinforcements coming in too. So it's
Yeah.
very hard. It's very hard to overcome um, players such as my city, because it's a big, strong city. Now, if you got someone that's got those kind of BP, and he's only at like 1,200 or 1,400 long range attack, and like he's not as strong as he should be, yeah, by all means, you can freaking burn the hell out of that right there.
Mhm.
That's what comes to doing your homework for Void. Know what you're about to do before you do it. For instance, 717, love that nation, very active. They hit me with a 60 shot, and I only lost like 200,000 troops from it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Woody, I'm curious. I don't want to take away too much because I know you have other things to talk about. But when you have 21 million troops and you're as strong as you are, and you go into Void, do you ever worry about getting burned, or
Yes.
do you just
Yes, I do.
go?
I do. So knowing who your enemy is very important. This is what I talk about. This is why I talk about doing your homework before Void. Get to know that nation. We'll use my nation as an example. You go into the rankings, right? You look at the kills. Actually, we'll start off looking at the city ranking to figure out how many 41s or 30s. Bigger than 37s is what you're pretty much looking for. How many
How many
30s?
cities does it take to scare you?
It's not the cities that scare me. It's the nation, and I'll get into that.
Yep.
So 37 and above is usually around the city level that can do some damage to even a 41 in numbers. Okay, remember that. Okay, so we'll just say we have 28, and the 28 is talking about the shredders, the front line. Okay, the front line is one of the most important things that you can talk about. If you have 28 just 37s, and they're all in the same alliance, right? So you already know 28 people are going to freaking, they can do some damage to you. Then you look and see, well, are they fighters? You look and see how many kills there is. If these guys got a lot of kills throughout the board, a lot of kills, that means they fight. So if they're a fighting alliance, you can't just walk in there with no bubble and disrespect them like that. You can't do that.
How do you hide those troops?
You don't.
You don't. You got to be very strategically and very careful what you do. For instance, if I'm in Void, right, I'm going to literally stay in my nation, bubbled up, right, and then I'm going to go into the enemy nation. I'm going to look in the enemy nation, such as this. We're just going to pick any. We'll just pick any nation right here. Boom, 373. Oh, imagine that. And if I see a city, remember I'm in my own nation still, right? And if I see a city, we'll just say this guy right here, right? I see that guy, bubbles dropped. I'm gonna pour it really quick. Hold on, damn mouse. I'm gonna pour it really quick. After I share that thing, that location, pour it right here, real quick. Go back to location, send there as fast as I can, and once the battle's done, bubble up and go back to my own nation. I'm not gonna sit there. I'm
Oh,
not.
so yeah, you're spending ports and gold, but that's what you do. I get it.
Yeah, that's
Hey Woody, I just shared a screenshot of an alliance hitting a real whale.
there we go. 18 hit this guy with 8 million troops and
Holy
lost
shit.
lost badly.
You guys all know the name. His name is Nabsy.
Nabsy, I
Or
know Nabsy.
Mufasa.
I know Nabsy. Nabsy's strong as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, he's strong.
Yeah.
Well,
200,000 to 3.4 million. That's just unfortunate.
And then you got here's kittens right here. Look at this. Look at this. 76 dicks hit one person and
hey, I
lost.
might know a guy who would take all
You know,
those.
the only thing I like about that is you were able to get 76 people ready to go.
That's
That's
true.
the only good thing.
Now, with this being said, okay, so they killed. Oh, so he didn't lose anything. He lost. Oh, this is frenzy. That's why. I was gonna say. Wait a minute. This don't make sense. So if 76 people hit striker in Nation 52, he lost 3 points. Let's say 3.6. He has what? We'll just put a number out there. 700,000 at his hospital. You know that's the limit. So at that point, he just lost like 2.1 million troops on that hit. He won the battle, but he just lost a lot of troops. And
Yeah, but the Alliance, if they want to swing right back, they have to heal 16 million.
yeah, yeah,
And you have to swing right back if you're going to do that shit.
yeah. So like that's that's an insane hit. That's insane.
But
Dude,
I love the participation, man. 76 people. That's a good alliance.
absolutely. I think I showed this one not too long ago. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Let me find it. I think this is it.
We average 40 to
Yeah.
50 on a good day.
So this guy had 9.4 million troops in there. Three of us went in there with 1.6, right? And I killed 4.4 million troops. True, which is now our a new 41 in our nation. So now we have 741s. And then
Holy shit!
here's the kicker.
Oh, you're such a dick. 4
Here's
million troops, asshole.
yeah, but look what I killed him with. Fucking frontline.
Shut up, you're Axemen? Really?
Yeah.
Did you just send default or you're just
I
that
just
drunk?
sent, dude. I was like, fuck it, I'm sending.
That was a quick default fleet.
Hey, so I actually have to go now. I know, but I joined this the whole. Is this new city skin? Is it a new Titan or is it a skin for the city that
It's
gives
a
you buffs?
okay, so it's like a skin for a city, but I call it a Titan because it has levels to it. And
Yeah.
and it like how the Titan skins are, you got different levels and you get different buffs, so on and so forth. It's kind of the same way. Same.
And is it permanent or is it
It's
like you
permanent.
rank?
It's permanent
Okay.
and hold on, it's permanent and it's stackable. So we'll go back into this real quick. So you see how like this is like the base model one. You got different levels,
Yeah.
get you different things. Like how the
And
dock
there's like
does.
skins I saw that give cross nation and stuff.
Yeah, and at the bottom here, the guard own stats take effect regardless of being equipped or not. Multiple guards own stats can be stacked, like how the
Oh,
Titan
yeah.
skins are. They're stackable.
Yep. Okay.
That's good news. Right here, Joyful Marble. There's how you get it. That's the event, Joyful Marble.
Hit go.
No, it's not. It's not in the game.
I know it says this spending event doesn't exist, and that's
Yeah.
how you know it's not going to be free.
No, nothing's gonna be free.
Nope.
Nothing's free. But to unlock it, to get that first, the actual initial dragon's only 20.
It'd be pretty cheap. Yeah.
It's fairly cheap.
So, and then it's just gonna be like probably some event like where you get fragments like the Rampage Bear or some thing like that, and you just have to level them up.
I think it's going to be something like that, but I think it's going to be like how the Titans are, where how you level up these skins. Right here.
Yeah, the drag racing ones, yeah.
Correct. I think it's going to be set up similar to these.
Oh, and then so you unlock like
Are
free
you
skins.
level 22 on that Titan? Sorry to interrupt.
What was that?
Sorry to interrupt, bud. Are,
You're good,
are
man.
you level 22?
Yes.
Holy shit! Fuck. I'm only
So
9.
So you're thinking it's going to be like you'll have like let's say 5 skins, and then you can apply all of those skins to your city, and then each one of those skins you can level up as well.
Correct. Like how on this guy's got 9 stars. This one's got 8 stars, and they all stack up.
These greedy motherfuckers, man.
Well, I mean, I hate to laugh, but because I feel my wallet feels your pain too. But
Well, because it's one of those things where you're like, damn it, take my money.
it's. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong on that. You're like, I need it. Damn it, I need it.
Yeah,
It's more of a damn it that we haven't finished maxing out all of this new officer
you never will.
equipment.
You never will. There's always going to be, unless you're like
Mega whale.
904, like one of those guys, and you just coming in and dropping like $1 million in the game like it's fucking nothing.
No, our name is not Van.
Yeah, you're never ever gonna catch up to the camel.
We face them fuckers every DOD, and yeah,
They get
we
you
will
every
never
time,
win
right?
DOD.
They get you every
We'll
time.
never win DOD. We know that. We know that. We'll get second place, and we're okay with that.
So I mean,
Yeah,
and you know what? That also comes down to your nation and your alliance. What is the real event do you really want to participate in? You know what I mean? If
Elite
you
War.
well,
not
exactly.
DOD.
So
Elite War.
your guys' thing is to where you can win and you're for sure you can win is Elite War. So you focus really hard on Elite War. Now I think everyone should be focused on Void no matter what nation you are. Focus on being a winner unless you're going against like
Oh, we love Elite War, Woody, but we have to be realistic. We have
Yeah.
one whale, and he quit the game, and so now our biggest player is a 38 with 14 million officers, and we'll get
That's pretty
points.
good, man. That's pretty good.
Well, we'll get points, but like right now, not tomorrow, but in about 24 hours, we're gonna go against 3 C40s and 1 C41, and we're pretty smart at shielding, but we cannot make a mistake.
yeah
What
you
world?
can't make too big of a mistakes.
No, we got to be smart, and it kind of depends on the other alliances that we have allowed to survive. That seems to be the winning factor.
Well, but here's another thing: you're going to run into a wall when it comes to Elite War. I mean, every alliance does. We all do, and it just comes down to time. We've hit a wall, but
Yep.
we're
Yeah,
we're
I
beating
think
everyone in it. We're beating everyone in the car event, even Ronaldo. I shouldn't have said that.
I think we're at that wall.
Weird flex, but okay.
Since Tycho quit, we have not won an elite war, but we are fighting major nations because we got up to that level. And now that our whale quit, we're fighting major nations without a major city.
That's hard to do. That's hard to eat. It really is.
We're just kind of waiting for it to balance back out.
So let me ask you something, because this sounds like something that I've always told people, whales and other nations in the beginning not to do, is if you're a whale, you can't carry your nation. I mean, yeah, it's fun to carry a nation for a little bit, but there's going to be a point where if you carry it for too long, everyone's going to depend on you. And once they start depending on you, they slow down on the build of their city. Like they're just like, oh, we don't.
There's a difference between carrying a nation and playing solo. So he was a solo player, and he won every frenzy, every void. But he did not play with the team.
Why?
I don't know.
In an early nation, you can.
So what would happen is we'd share a city, and then people would hide troops, and he would already have burned the city. He did not need to hide troops.
Well, I mean, there comes a point where I'm telling you now, like there comes a point in every nation I can tell you, and they can back me up, that you cannot win it on your own. And even those people with 600 million BP, there comes a point where they can't. They are not safe unbubbled. Like
Yeah, we hit that point to where he faced big cities, and he didn't know how to play because he did not play as a team.
Well,
We could have helped him, but he was so used to just playing by himself on his phone. I don't know, on the toilet, whatever.
the toilet like
That
that.
he never learned. He never learned to play
Yeah,
as a
don't
team.
on that.
Jeff
And then
Level.
when we fought real nations with real cities, he didn't know what to do.
I just want to jump in and say 914 didn't beat 923 and no void or frenzy. We beat y'all in the first frenzy or
Oh,
void ever.
I
So
didn't.
he
I
wasn't
didn't say
winning
we did
everything.
beat you.
Okay.
I didn't say
Okay.
we did beat you. No, 914. We're in a mess right now.
so you guys ain't talking.
So
You weren't even.
923. That's Okie. Yeah, we did not ever say we beat you guys.
No, 923 is
923 is not Okie, brother.
yeah, that's
No, we not.
That's
923 is
Rodder.
yeah, that's Rodder, and that's LB the God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good luck. Okay.
we have never claimed to beat you. I promise you that.
I'll tell you what.
Nah, you just said he was winning every frenzy and void, but I got proof that he didn't because we beat y'all in our first
Well, you
frenzy
must
or
have
void,
got
whatever
when
it
he
was.
went to sleep. I don't know. I'm just saying our nation was very victorious until our whale was like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's another thing that you get people have to realize is this. And if you are a whale and you're listening to this, listen to the words I gotta say. Okay, so if you decide that you're no longer interested in playing the game, do your nation, even though you're done at the game, do your nation a favor and let someone else run the city. You know what I
Bro,
mean? Like
it
just
depends
At
on the
minimum,
player.
power down. At minimum, we asked him nicely if he would just power down, but he hasn't been on in 24 days.
Power down won't do anything because they're gonna match you based off city levels.
well, I'm talking about if like those whales decide to quit the game.
Yeah, they
If
need
They're
to
that's
not
get.
giving their
Let
city
someone else.
away.
well, if they quit the
Hell
if they quit
no.
the game, then I mean, if we're being real, and we're going to be real right now, most whales, they don't sell their cities. A
They
20 30 thousand
don't.
listen, $20 to $30,000 for a city after they just spent $2 3 million in it is an insult to them. They'd rather give it away for free.
Well,
They
That's
would
as
Ryder,
real
rather
as it
quit
gets.
and let it go
eight.
to waste is what most of them some of them do. They just quit.
Yeah, some of them just quit, and
He
that's
did.
why
He
that's why
did.
I'm
He just
saying
quit.
if
He
They
quit and
just
he walked
quit.
away.
well,
And it's just hurtful. It sucks.
that's why I said if you are the whale listening and you don't and you're about at that point of the game is over for you, do your nation even though you're quitting and you won't have to worry about it. Do your nation a solid and just give it to someone. Don't give it to a
They won't
farmer.
do it. I'm having this conversation with our will now. I'm in a more newer nation. I'm in 1280. We got 1278 for void, and we got one well in our nation, and just basically almost begging this person just to like let's team up and let's be just get one alliance going. And they're just like, look, I'll quit the game if that happens. Like I don't want to do it.
Well,
I
I
just
mean
don't want to do it, bro.
that
Well,
might.
he'll learn in time. He'll learn in time when he can't start doing solo
He's a
runs and
bro. I mean, he's an Asian player, bro. They don't budge, bro. They
yo.
They
don't
So I
they
budge.
was
do learn. They
they
learn
do.
and they're actually okay with
They're
the
the
loss.
hardest to just
Our
kind of like
whale is
persuade and just kind of like team up
but
with,
they don't
though. You know
care.
what I mean?
They don't
Like
care.
So guys,
they
They
listen,
don't
don't
care.
listen,
care. He
listen.
may come around later on, but there's no light right now. I'm
So
gonna tell you all that right now.
I'm gonna tell you something. So Asian players, you have to realize the way that you talk to them because the way us Americans talk to each other, everything's a joke, so on and so forth for a good laugh. It's not like that with them. So when you talk to an Asian, a Russian, or like people that are from different countries, what you say is what you mean. So if you're trying to tell a joke saying, "Oh, I fucked your mom,"
Oh yeah, don't
they're
do that.
taking that
Don't
for
do that.
real. So whatever you say to them, you better mean because that's how they're going to take it. They're not going to take it as a joke.
I also think
I did not ever say I fuck your mom, but I
No,
did offer
I'm just
him.
saying in general. I'm just saying in
I
general.
yeah.
offered him 15
I
grand for the
also
city, which I know is an insult, but I still offered it.
So I think we need to like jump away from what offering is, but I can't read that name. Starts with an E.
Speaking of
Alright,
Void,
yeah, I'm
we're going
hopping on.
against.
Thanks for the chat, though.
What would be your strategy, Woody, when you know you're going into Void just with the stronger nation, just dick stronger than you, and then you still want to play? Like, what would be your strategy? Like,
Well,
where would you hit? Who would you hit? How would you hit?
okay. Well,
Patience.
you're in 1280, right?
Yeah, we're going against 1278. They're just
Hold on.
fucking
I
just
want to look at. I want
at
to
this
look at.
point better than us.
I want to look at who you are first. As soon as I find you.
Remember, it's a 24-hour event, so patience is your
Correct.
friend.
Correct.
But usually Void, the kills come usually in the beginning.
Nah,
Like
no,
once.
no, no, not anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore. At
No.
reset, everyone's just like
Maybe,
confused, running around. Do I bubble? Do I not? And then later
maybe,
on, everyone's like figures it out, and then everyone
maybe,
bubbles.
maybe in the new nations they do, but these semi-older, semi-newer, all the cities that are not bubbled are already burned.
Correct.
So it's
I've scored 500 million points in the last 20
You-
minutes of Void because people are getting greedy.
okay. So your highest is a 34, right? Highest
Well,
30.
there goes your selfish will right there. Yeah,
Oh, here.
she ain't moved. Uma the pony's not going anywhere, bro. They just don't want to play with Americans, bro.
Okay, so your highest is 34. Uma is a 6,000, and then your 6,000 officer. Your next one is this guy right here. Yeah, you guys are all fucked up. Anyways, what nation did you say? What nation did you say?
1278.
1278. Let me check 1278. Just gotta find it. 75.
Go down. Down. 1278. You were just in 1280.
Where'd it go? You said go down. I am going down. Or you mean go up?
Where's the whales in this conversation? Just a tip. I want to hear your comments.
I think Tip is waiting for what I gotta say, and then he can probably clarify if I'm right or wrong.
I'm a follower.
He's a farmer.
I learned
1280.
from you guys. So
But that's you guys. I said what 12
1278.
Oh my god.
1278.
I gotta go through this again. 1278.
Farm lives matter.
I've seen something about that. 7. There it is right there. Mike bro. I mean
Fuck. All TTA, bro. Basically, stay away from them, but they're gonna fucking defend the other alliances too.
man, what you guys
Nasty.
what's your score right now?
Right now in the Void.
Yeah.
TTA's ahead. We're second place as far as alliance.
But what's the score?
And then the score.
The score.
Oh, shit.
How far ahead are they right now?
Too far?
Too far meaning what? 3-4 billion?
Let me pull it up. Let's see what you got.
I know Butters. Butters, he's actually a YouTuber as well. So,
300 mil.
oh, that's one hit.
shit, that's like 2 attacks.
Okay, so now just remember, there's probably people.
Dude, they're gonna go crazy in Void, bro.
Well, I mean, in reality, this isn't hard off a ways. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you don't just look at the city number. I mean, I don't know how many 41s that are out there that I've seen with only 600, literally 600 long range attack and HP. Like not saying that's the case here, but you got to look at everything. Like the officers. I mean, you got 3 people that are pretty strong in there, right? Well, Butters ain't doing too bad. He needs a 34. So they're not doing too bad. I would avoid, if this was me, and I was you, I would avoid that top alliance
Yeah.
and try when they're attacking someone in your second alliance. You guys team attack them. You understand what I'm saying? Like you're gonna play the defense game and the counter game. Don't go trying to go city to city against a stronger alliance with you. You're not going to be. You're going to have to literally strategically watch them, and when they make the mistake is when you guys benefit. Because if they're going to hit someone and they're hitting someone, let's say this 35, right? He's got 30 million BP, right? He sends one fleet out, it's going to drop to 25 million BP. You guys all send while he's caught up in that battle, he's now dropped down to 5 million BP. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's just got to be timing is going to be of the essence.
Timing and patience. Don't walk into it thinking that there's no way we're gonna win this, but also don't walk in saying, okay, we're just gonna overpower them because that's not gonna happen. You gotta be patient. You gotta watch it. You gotta put time into the game for that night and just watch where they are. Don't attack them as if they're not attacking. Don't attack and wait for them to attack first because usually when they're attacking, they're sharing the location that who they're attacking, and everyone's got their eyes on that city, and no one's got their eyes on Hippo. You understand what I'm saying? And by time they realize he's being hit and they're trying to send reinforcements, you guys can all literally just hit retreat and the damage is done, and then bubble
Right.
back up. And I hate to
I
say
agree.
that because
Patience
Use
is
that
key.
withdrawal card when they
yes,
reinforce.
oh my God, that retreat is so
I
important.
love it, bro. I love it. I think I spend them all a lot, like in like GC and Ironblood. I shouldn't waste them like that, but I love them.
Dude, they are literally it's my favorite thing to do. But I like to show you guys the whole battle, so I don't use it as often as I should.
I don't think a lot of people even buy those things on the black market or even use them. To
I
be
mean,
honest,
it's
I
500
think
gold, guys. It's 500 gold to use it.
or cash.
It's either this you spend a 500 gold or you spend a 500,000 troops. Which one do you want to spend on? I'd rather spend a
I'll
500
take my
gold
withdrawal card.
or that withdrawal card. Well, either way.
I love those cards, bro.
Uh, don't go try hitting a big city like what you guys are going to go up to unless you have 20 or more. You know what I
Right.
mean? 20 or more.
Yep.
Don't try hitting a 41 unless you have 60 or more. I'll just say it.
We don't got that yet.
Yeah, either way. Either do we. One day, maybe after we get a merger, um, it will happen. And again, like I said, the last live that I had, I did ask the question to Camel, is there mergers done or is it going to happen again? And they did say that mergers will happen again. Just need some time. They're working on events and something else that's happening later on this year that they're kind of tied up right now. But mergers will happen again. It will carry on. Just
Could you elaborate on what's
I
happening later this year?
cannot. I cannot. I knew you were gonna. I knew you would be the person. I knew you would be the person to ask that, but no, I cannot.
Well, let me ask you this since we're on the topic. At what point in a nation, like, what is like the sudden peak of the nation to where it's like, okay, we need to start dwindling down to 2 alliances or one super alliance? Like, at what point does 3 alliances just don't work anymore?
Okay, well, I mean, 3 alliances. The way my nation did it, and most first before merger happens is you got the first 2 alliances, and the third alliance is used for last chance, meaning your bubbles dropped, you've been burned, in void. Now you're in the last chance alliance. If your bubble drops again, you're food to the nation. You understand what I mean? Like you're literally food to the nation now. You have no protection whatsoever, and the timing on that usually is when you have an average. I want to say 50 people or we'll just say 40 people that are C34 and above. Yeah, so you have an average C34 is when you want to start really, really getting your
Consolidating the nation?
yeah. Because 34 is where by second merger is where they're considered farms. If that makes sense.
And if you was a stickler on joining someone else's alliance and you were Woody, like, what would you want to hear from someone that's trying to persuade you, like, like, hey, come play with us? Like, forget it. We're not Indians anymore. Let's team up finally for the nation. Like, what's something you'd want to hear? Like, how would you want that to be presented to you?
Well, so big
Like, what
player.
the fuck do I say to this person? Like,
So
I've been trying.
big players. The way you gotta talk to big players is like this. Is that we want to win events, and I know that there's going to be a time where you can't win it your own, and I'm not trying to uh, make you feel bad or insult you or anything like that. But there's going to be that time that comes. So everyone in the nation has to know their spot, has to know their place. If that big player refuses to come there, then why don't you guys go to him?
That's not gonna happen.
Well, if that's not going to happen, now you're letting your ego
Ah,
you're letting your ego get involved before before
it's
bettering the
easier to
nation.
move one person than to move 90, 60.
Well,
Like
I mean that's if he's got his mindset of not moving, then and if you really want him to be on your team, you're gonna have to move. Like you can't have the cake and the ice cream at the same time. That doesn't work. But if you ask him to join yours for maybe just like two voids, and he sees that you guys are very active and he likes to play, and everything that the other alliance has told him is a lie, and you guys really aren't like that, he might stay.
that's what we're trying to do now. We're trying to the psychology way. Like, look, man, just come, just do a temporary, intern. Like, just fucking come play for a couple of days.
Maybe
Is what we're
maybe
trying to
maybe
do
maybe
now.
maybe 10 of your most active people go over there and play with them for one or two voids. And so where he's like, all right, I got more than just me, more than just five people, and he really enjoys that, and that he wants to be more part of that.
That's a thought.
I
Maybe
mean,
we show him what he could have, and then
let
go
me.
back, and
So I'll
that's
explain
a thought.
this. I'll explain this right here. This guy right here, Playtime, right? He was literally in the third rank alliance that for 2 years, right? So he was literally over here, third rank alliance, right? As a 34. I went over there and visited him for two voids, just two voids. It was actually me and Hellfish that visited him, and he got so excited because he got a taste of real blood and wins that he went and found a city that was tradable, and now he is a fucking whale. Like he literally started freaking playing, and he started spending. Um, if an alliance don't have a taste of blood and they don't have that the taste of where they can win a battle, they're never gonna spend. They're never gonna play the accurate way. They're gonna be in the farms lives matters only, and they're not gonna see what the nation needs to do to be successful. They're just gonna be like, well, I just play the game. Yeah, I don't. Why should I follow the rules?
I
But
hate those players.
well, I mean, like I said, Dave might have never had the taste of blood. And like I said, and if you don't got the taste of blood, do you really know how to play the game to its full potential? Like, I don't know how many people, like, I think Lee God even said in the past, when he first started playing a game, he didn't spend a penny for like, what, 6, 8 months? And then someone really got underneath his skin. They really pissed him off. And now he's one of the strongest players in the entire game. And no one knew he was a spender. You know what you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
for all I know, there might be another person just like Playtime in this alliance. Just haven't had the chance to actually know how to really play and know how to build right. No one wants to spend a lot of money if you're building something wrong, or you're sending the wrong fleet, or you have no chance of winning against a 41. They're not going to really spend. They're just going to farm. And like just the tip says, farm lives matter. So my best advice is to your bigger players is to join other alliances, get to know who they are. Um,
Yeah.
Active players, not the people just sitting in bubbles talking shit in nation chat. I hate those are the people I hate. Are the people in nation chat talking shit and they're just sitting there in the bubble the entire time. That's what I hate.
I SOS them while they're writing in the nation chat. And then I'll come back and say, you're on fire, bitch.
So we got another question from Asa from 776 or 785. What if the second alliance refuses to consolidate? Well, I mean, if you depending well, don't say just kill them right away.
I'm
Depending
not
what
with the
merger.
kill 'em. I want them to play. I want them to be active. I want them to have the same mindset of like, look, bro, like, yes, this is a game, but like, for other people, it's not a game. Like, yeah, it's a game, but it's like, have some fucking backbone. Like, stop
Let,
just like
So
I don't know. Have some fucking seriousness, man. To compete.
here's what happens to those alliances that do not consolidate in the long run. You get your second merger, right? Now your whale for the first merger can't protect you because that second merger, their whale might be stronger than him. And then what? Now there's no protection because he can't beat him. So if a second alliance comes or a second merger comes by, and they see that one alliance being like very not wanting to be part of a nation as a whole, they might just burn them out of the game and get rid of them. And that's something that's very it happens quite a bit. Now you also who is that? House of Pain. Can you mute your mic, please? Thank you. No, it's Havoc. That's what it is. Havoc. I hear your TV or you're getting yelled at or something.
Oh shit.
No, it's okay. Yeah, your second merger, like I said, if you guys don't got your shit together by the time second merger comes, and you merge with a good, strong, fighting nation, your nation might be food. Is what I'm trying to say. Like I've seen it happen many times, many times. And they're saying 776. I'm assuming we got our second merger, though we can't burn them. Well, I mean, at that point, if you can't beat them, you ever heard of the expression, if you can't beat them, join them?
Chicken strip basket.
Chicken strip gasket. Oh, that sounds good. He's got me on speaker. So that'll be $8.99. Pull up to the front window, please.
Hey,
It's
with a
Buds.
Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, Dr. Pepper too. Anyways, we have any any more questions that has to do with that and like what you've tried, what you have not tried? I hate muting people. I really do. I mean, we burnt them before. That's why. Oh, oh. Okay, so as you burnt them before in 776, and now they want nothing to do with you all, basically. Well, I mean, believe it or not, time does heal, but it's gonna take quite a bit of an apology from probably your R5, and your R5 is gonna have to talk with their R5 and try to make things right. And if you're trying to make things right, everyone's got to make things right. For instance, if you got a rogue player that's in your alliance that say, "Nah, fuck that, nothing, we're never gonna do this," he might be worth burning. You understand what I mean? He might be worth burning. If it means to better your nation, to get people all on the same page, to burn one guy, that the guy that's trying to fight it, I'd burn him. And I'm just being real. I'm being real. I'd burn the hell out of him. All right. DD from 1039 says, question about Aeon's Shield. Let's say we are doing a 50-player attack and 10 of them using the breakthrough. Does all 10 stack, or is it just the highest level works on a battle? Or does the shield only protect its user? So if someone uses an Aeon, okay, remember, it's for the first 10 seconds. So if he trickles in, well, the first 10 seconds are still gone. It's gone. So that Aeon does not work. But the highest person that's in there first, the Aeon is going to be carried over to. Hope that answers your question. I think Buds is done with his ordering. Yeah, he did. He's done. It's okay, Buds. You just got to share that chicken strip of yours. Oh, that sounded good. Even though I got pizza. When it comes to front line, how important is it for a smaller player to also add? It is very. Every single player in your attack needs to have front line. Every single player in your attack that joins it needs to have front line. Needs to. Mandatory.
I got
10,000.
yelled at on the phone. Got yelled at.
10,000 minimum. Minimum. 10,000 troops front line. Minimum. Just a tip says add one troop of all types in group battles. Oh, dude, really? You're just gonna activate the Thor like that? Really? Really? Dick. Don't listen. Don't listen to Tip on that one, guys. He knows better. You know better, Tip. All right. Random says, what do you think with this dragon? You'll be able to see other players' levels since it's external facing. Like the island, you can see the levels, but Titan skins you can't. That's something random I do not know. And honestly, I don't think that they should show the level externally of the dragon. I mean, I don't think that would be a fair thing to do. But Camel does what they want. Yeah, Camel's going to do what they want to do. They're going to do it. If they do it, they do it. But I hope they don't show it. I don't want people to know I'm level 22. You know what I mean? That maybe in the report that's fine because the battle's already over. But I don't want them to see what I got before they hit me. You know what I mean? That's just if they're gonna do that, then why not just show stats of them at all points before hit scouting or anything? If that's the case. Tip? No, I cannot. Stop. Not on this. Not on this stream, bro. Wrong stream. Wrong stream. We have any more questions? Okay. When will a new feature come out? I'm thinking probably tonight at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time is what I'm thinking. Because if we all notice how Camel drop things, they'll drop things the day before, and then they'll release it live at like 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Right now, for me, it's 9 o'clock. So I'm assuming in 5 hours. Assuming. Not saying it's what it is, but I'm just saying that's what I'm assuming it would be. I think it's going to be before Sunday or Monday, Tip. I think it's going to be way before that because they would have waited. They would have waited longer to make it live to where people can see.
Yeah, I agree with you, but when have you ever seen them release something a day before Void?
Oh, I've seen them do them plenty of times. Plenty
Before
of times.
Void?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And I'm not shocked they're doing it in the middle of GC, too. I'm not going to lie on that.
Well, see, this is something that everyone has an opportunity to get themselves. So it's not like...
I'm not disagreeing with you. Just saying I'm kind of shocked.
It'd be different. It'd be different if it was like a merger, to where now it's completely unfair, versus anyone in the game can get it. So at that point, it's up to the player if they want to, buy it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. I just still didn't think they would do that. That's all.
It's
like
weird.
They don't do. We lost the bounty or whatever, the nation event. We lost that, the stats and all that. You always lose that right before Void. That's why I kind of figured that.
Well, yeah, we lost that because of Void. Yeah, Void's coming up.
So that's why I figured they wouldn't come out with something like that the day before Void. But I mean, maybe, hopefully, and shoot, why not?
Yeah, but those stats are mainly for like GC and DLD for the most part.
Yeah, did you notice that some of it's in nation, or a lot of it is cross nation stats too?
I did. Well, they got in nation and cross nation on it. So
yeah, I saw that. Thought that was interesting.
That's it. Leaned more towards
makes it more confusing.
Well, it makes it more confusing, but we all know what I'm kind of shocked is that the cross nation is on this one versus the gold one. Or maybe
is it
when
something we have to activate? Something that's always on.
It's something that's always on. Once you spend,
so it's going to be on top of our city then from now on out. Then,
well, if you want to activate it, it'll be on it. But no matter if it's activated or not, you're still.
Oh, I understand. So if you're not showing it as a display, I got you.
Correct. The display is optional, but the actual skill, it will always be there.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
And they're stackable. So
And I
that's
did see the fleet expansion, so that was nice.
yeah, what everyone's waiting for. And the cost of this one just to activate is 20. So I mean that's not that bad. I don't know how many we're gonna get from it, but I mean they do have decent buffs. You're gonna love the first
Yeah, it's
level.
pretty cool for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna love the no wait increase attack to mid range. So you'll like level 16. That's what you'll be pushing
Yeah, they're
for.
always trying to help the LRA guys. They need all the help they can get. I totally understand. They're
Well,
gonna need it in next level.
well, I mean if we decide to go fight you mid range with mid range troops, it'd be you know what I'm saying.
Well, most people balance build anyway, so
For
at
the most
least you
part, yeah.
should.
For the most part, yeah, they
So
do
it helps
balance
both.
build.
It helps both. The faster I can kill your mid range, better for me too.
So let me ask you because I know you are mid range. What is the average back row do you usually carry? On average, you don't need to say the exact. You don't.
Ooh,
You don't
you're
need to.
asking secret sauce.
No, no, you don't need to say the exact number, but an average. So other.
It depends on a couple things, and what I mean by that is, first you have to analyze the fleet setup that you're attacking. In other words, what's their formation? Not necessarily the amount of troops they have, but that plays a part. But what denominate, like
What
are they
troop?
running 2-3-2, 4-3-4, four
Right.
three five? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's their setup? That would be the first thing I would look at. And then as a mid-range player, I'm going to run, heavier backline than you probably will midline because I have to keep my Titans alive longer. And the
Correct.
only way for a mid-range player to keep their Titans alive is to go with a heavier backline than maybe what I would want. However, I don't know if you've seen it, kind of like, although for the record, I'm copying you next Frenzy. You gave me the best, greatest idea ever. I'm attacking only next Frenzy with only Axemen.
Oh, you seen that, didn't you?
I did, man. I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie.
Were you like,
I'm
what the
so
fuck?
waiting for Frenzy.
You were like,
I
what
saw
the
that. That
fuck?
was, that was outstanding. I've been doing it with mines for years, but I've never dreamed of doing it in Frenzy. But I'm doing it. You got me committed. But that being said, I usually let me think. What would be the ratio? It would be 10
Well, actually, to be
to 10,000. So 10 probably. I'd probably run 15 to 20% in back. I'd say 10 to 15% back line.
it sounds about right. Because then the long rangers would have to. They'd have to ultimately
Yeah.
switch. They'd have to switch their long range to mid range.
Right. But one of the key things a lot of people make a mistake is they don't take enough front line,
Yeah.
and you want to take more front line than you do your major attack.
Well, yeah, it's got a hole.
And there's a reason for that without telling too many secrets, but there's a reason for that. I'll let them do their homework.
I know the reason, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Like you said, I won't tell too many secrets because
Yeah.
there. I mean, you figure there's what 90. There's 8%. We're gonna just put an even 10% of the game that are mid range. 10%. Because it used to
I don't
be.
even think it's that, man. I think it's less now.
Well, it used to be 8%.
Yeah, I
But with
think it's
these newer,
less. I
but with
really
these
do.
newer nations that are coming out, watching these YouTubes about stuff like that, that's why I'm pushing 10%.
Fair enough, and you may be right. I haven't kept up with too many of the newer guys.
So like when it comes to like building, 10% is a very low number compared to the other 90% of the game. That's why like I always say I would rather defend against 90% of the game versus 10% of the game and try to figure
Now,
out.
I'll tell you another neat thing that people are doing, and you should try. I mean, you may have, to be honest, in your battle reports. Be curious to see if you have any. But a mid-range player is using long range, and a long range is using mid-range troops now in the mines, playing to battle each other.
Yeah, I haven't tried it, but I have seen that. I have
Yeah,
seen
it's
it.
pretty cool.
They're totally different. But like, I wish I could pull up other people's battle reports.
Right?
If you figure if for say a city like yours, well, we're not going to say yours because I know your L or HP is probably at like 12 or 13.
I can do whatever you want to call it, Blake.
I don't know. No, I think mine's at a. Yeah, you might be right. 1,100, maybe 1,000, 1,100. I don't
Yeah,
think it's that high.
right around there. So being at my mid range attack is at 1144.
That's impressive. That's. I mean, that's not void, is it? That's mines, or is that void?
No, that's GC.
Okay, so
So
then that's mine. Okay, you're getting all buffs at that point.
no, we didn't have any buffs at that point when this hit.
No, I meant like you're getting panda and you're getting all
Yeah, yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah. All the skills are activated.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm implying. Sorry.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's
But
that.
still, that's amazing. I mean, you remember before all the officer equipment, you were probably running what 850, 900 maybe.
I think it was like 7.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
even less.
So
No, that's huge,
well, I figured.
especially if you're taking splash damage troops
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I figured
for an
this.
MRA
I
player.
figured
Sorry,
this.
for an MRA player.
I figured this. Like my mid-range troops, even though they're not my main focus, um, they still are important. So, for instance, if
They're
I want to use those
powerful.
havocs, if I want to use those havocs, like against, like if I was going to go against not so strong of a mid-ranger like you, but somewhat strong that I know can do some damage, I'll start to put havocs in there and kill them that way.
No, I agree with you, or even rockets for that matter. I
Or
mean, if you're going
rockets,
up
yeah.
another LRA player,
I
you
wouldn't
can
use
zap
bikes
the heck
though.
out of his back line.
I won't use bikes though.
Bikes are, I would tell you need to take, and I'm giving you a little bit of secret sauce, but I would tell you I would take between
1,500.
600 and 800 bikes.
Well,
Always.
for that, just that extra hit, the
The
extra.
speed, yes, and the extra hit, both.
Gotcha.
You want enough that a Bloodfest isn't going to kill it in one shot, and you want to make it through a lightning if possible.
Yeah. You know exactly what people just heard, right? That extra hit. That extra hit. They're like, what? An extra hit? What?
Yeah, not trying to get too much, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure.
Well, I mean, that's what the mines are for. Like,
To test, absolutely.
yeah, to
Don't
test.
cry when you get beat up. Just learn from it.
Yeah, like this guy. I'm not crying about him fucking, being able to fucking beat me, and I can beat him as well. But me and him, we go back and forth all the time.
You ain't lying.
Like,
You guys are going back and forth, nonstop.
for months, dude. But it
That's
comes with,
crazy.
like, we're literally relatively somewhat even in strength.
Is that 722 guy?
Yep.
Yes, even I remember
See,
him.
this one
He's
is my
strong. I
fault.
played him with Bowler.
This one was my fault because I had Loreline on and I just hit the
They
X.
requested us for EW. I was shocked.
722 did?
Yeah, they did. Did you see their ranking? They're freaking high, man.
Yeah, I know. They're like, what,
I didn't
20?
think they'd be able to request us.
Like,
I was
what,
shocked.
20 something, I think they are.
Yeah, I was shocked they could request us.
Yeah, level 20. That's what they are.
Yeah. See, we're 17, and I didn't realize the 700 Nation would be that low.
So level 20, rank 20 can request against rank 1.
Yep.
Because they got that.
They requested us.
They got that 20 up,
We
20
beat 'em.
down.
We beat them pretty easily. I was surprised, to be honest.
I'm surprised that they speed so fucking much. Like we fought.
Man, but they were missing technique.
I see.
Yeah, I won't give secrets on
Yeah,
EW, but they were missing technique.
Don't give secrets on EW. I know. I got my own secrets, and I know I expose my own secrets on a video. But yeah, EW is something I stay away from.
But I was kind of still shocked. I thought for sure them being that high, they would have done better, but they didn't. It was over within like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It was quick. I was surprised.
Is it possible that they were just doing it for the merit, or did they all show up?
No, they were all there, man. I was kind of shocked.
No shit.
They requested us. We didn't request them. Keep that in mind.
Well, there's the wall. There's the wall.
You'd be surprised. Usually the top 20 people don't request a whole lot, to be honest.
Well, I mean,
It gets expensive.
Yeah, dude, you're telling me. You're telling me. Like 670 whooped us. I wasn't there.
Oh wow!
I was out cold. I mean, I'm not gonna say that that's why they won.
Wow!
But I was out cold that day.
Or do your little shame thing. Where's your little thing? I know you got it. Where's the shame thing? Your sound effects. I know you got that sound effects card thing.
Oh, you're talking about this little thing?
Yeah, I don't know. You got it so good. Your fancy new toy.
Oh no, that one, my sound card. No, I it's disconnected right now. I have to order a different USB port for it. I burnt that one out. Had too many things connected to it. That's my bad.
Funny.
Anyways, no, but yeah, 670. They beat us. I watched it and I was like, damn.
Oh, you got a lot. You got beat by 309. I wouldn't have thought that either.
Gun? Oh yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought you got beat by them.
I was there too.
Although Rue is there, Rue is a beast.
Yeah, Rue was
Woo-hoo.
there. We beat 309 when Rue wasn't there. Right here.
He's a beast. That guy's a
Um,
monster.
oh, I'm well aware of that. Yeah, Rue wasn't there in this one. Yeah, Rue wasn't wearing this one, but when Rue came in this one, they won that one all right.
Yeah, we fought them not too long ago. Oof, they're tough.
Yeah, I know.
He plays.
Yeah, he likes his speed. Matter of fact, I'll show it. I don't care.
Oh, we didn't find him in AW. We had him in Void, I think it was. Void or Frenzy, I can't remember.
See that? See, here's the thing. You remember the back in the days where Void was actually Void, where people poured it unbubbled and they just fought it out until no one had troops left. Man, those were the days. There was
Well,
no
you say that the best days were I would say
35.
T34 when that was max. Fade
No,
35
35.
maybe. Those were the
35.
greatest.
Yeah,
Yeah, those
35.
were probably the greatest days.
Yeah, they whooped us on this one. I go to 8.
Hey, what did you? Now that I'm seeing this with that new event, what was people's? I don't know if I missed it. What was people's thoughts on it?
Gay, like happy.
So no one was happy with it.
So it's not okay. So the team thing is more like you guys are all on a team, but your alliance fights separately, separate battles, and the win counts as a win. And if your other teammate it wins theirs, that's 2 wins. It's not everyone playing together.
So was there a lot of spending with all those items?
I'm
Did it seem popular, or was it not really popular?
I'm assuming there was. We have main lady in here, I think. Yeah, main lady, she's in here. Her nation in 886 had it. Main lady, if you can mic up and talk about it, what did you think about it?
Which event?
What is it? That new one that.
The
Oh,
brand new EW one.
that wasteland thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just another event to spend more heals on and speeds on.
Yeah, but would you prefer it over something else, or what would you rank it in
I mean,
order?
if it got rid of Polar, I would take it. I mean, because it's like EW in that you're only facing, one other alliance. But
you like
and
it
it's only
better
4
than
weeks long instead of 8.
Did you like it better than Polar?
I've only made one so far, even though
Okay.
our nation that has it, and the alliance that we went up against was a 5th ranked alliance, even though I thought it was only supposed to be the top 4. So we just kind of walked through them. And the time before that, we went up against a number 1 nation, and they creamed us. I mean, so far it's kind of hard to say how it balances out. Like, I don't know what, like, the way they say they're picking and choosing them seems a little bit weird.
When is that event over? Is it still got another month or?
It has 1 more week. No, it's only a 4-week event.
Oh wow! So
Whereas Polar's 8.
So we may be experiencing it soon too. Then I wonder if that's
Yeah.
what they'll throw the marble thing tied to it or something. Maybe.
I don't know about that. I think Marble's going to be a completely different event.
I hope the marble event's cool. I wonder if it's gonna be like Chinese checkers. That'd be
I
cool.
think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a game similar to like that one, the flip over thing that we just had. I actually like that game, honestly. Where you
Which one?
The flip the cards thing to try to get as low as you can get.
The matchmaking one?
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
I actually like that game. I'm not gonna
What are
lie.
you talking about?
That
A lot of
matchmaking.
people did.
That matchmaking game.
I missed it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up. I thought I seen it on Facebook. Let me see if they have it. But
Yeah, I have that game downloaded on my phone.
I like that game. I actually got pretty far in
Monjog
it.
or whatever it's called.
Yes, I don't know how you pronounce it either.
Monjog or whatever. Monjong, however you say it.
I don't know. I'm
I
trying to
don't know.
look.
What's that?
I'm trying to look for it. I don't see it. In,
As long as you know what I'm talking about, that's all that
Yeah, I
matters.
know it looks like domino looking things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flip your card over kind of gig. I know it's in. I know it's
Well,
on
and
Facebook. I just
you
don't know
have to
where.
strategically pull them down so that, or unlock some of your tiles below it, so that you know are giving yourself
This one,
opportunities
this
to
one,
keep
this
moving.
one, this one.
Yeah,
That one.
Oh
I
yeah,
really like that game.
that
I'm
was
not gonna lie.
weird, man. That game was weird.
Well, okay, so it's relatively cheap enough to spend a couple, maybe spend like $50 and get
Did
pretty
you spend
far.
on it for real? Didn't spend
I
on it.
spent like $50. It ain't that much, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because you actually have to look what's behind it. Like I look at the
You know, I
third.
got a level G2.
oh,
Do
yeah.
you remember?
I think I was at level
I think I made level 10.
29. I think
Actually,
it
what
was
I'm looking at.
29. I think I was at.
Yeah, damn.
It
You
was the
did spend.
it was the last level
Damn.
that I
What'd you
completed.
get for that?
Oh, they actually had
Satisfaction?
there's a couple speeds, heals, so on and so forth. It wasn't like
Oh, did you really? Okay, fair enough.
it wasn't like
$50 for it?
no,
Okay.
no,
I'm just curious.
definitely
Well,
not
if you
fifty
did
bucks
it, you should
worth.
probably play it next time.
But I mean, it was fun because it was like 3 days worth, 3 days event.
Yeah, it was something different. I
Yeah,
agree
and
with
you
you
can
on that.
stop. You can stop at any point in time, and you didn't need to just continue.
Yeah.
So I kind of really
Yeah,
liked that one. But
I don't
it was
think that I can get this video to post. I think it's too long.
that's what she said.
Yeah.
Hey, Woody, did you talk about how they dropped 10 minutes off of Polar?
I
I
was
actually like
I
that.
was actually gonna get that. I was actually gonna get into that. So the 10 minutes that they dropped off, they went from what 50 to no, they went from 90 to
no
70.
70 to 60.
Is it
No,
yes?
70 to 60.
Yeah, 70 to 60 minutes long. And I think that's
I
because
actually am grateful.
oh yeah, I mean 10 minutes of speeding around. That's like 200 speeds.
I
Well,
think they
that
should
and
30
now
minutes.
your Aeon will last the entire battle. You don't have to activate it 10 minutes after Polar starts. You know what I mean?
That's true as well. I still don't like the fact that everyone gets T13s. I don't like that. But in
Yeah.
all fairness, it does make it fair for all the other players in the game. It's just the other 41s out there and 40s out there that are like,
Let's just
come
be
on.
real, Woody. Most of the players, they can't afford to heal those T13s anyways.
I mean, you're
So
not
once they
lying.
lose a couple battles, they're done. Like last Polar, we had to go up against 925, which is like the strongest lock nation by us, and I had to use like 100 fucking days of heals,
Oh,
but we
dude,
beat their ass.
we smoked them. We smoked them in fucking frenzy. Like, dude, smoked them like they were a joint, dude. Like, no joke. I think. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, then I mean they don't. They're lock nations, so they don't really fight hard. In
No, these
Void and
guys
Frenzy, right?
fought, dude. These guys fought. They fought like that. They fought. They just lost badly. Round 2 it was. Oh no, we went 5-7-5. Okay, you said not 5-2-5. Okay,
Yeah,
Hey,
you
well,
9-9.
did
said
you notice
9-2-5.
that all the
Okay.
nations are close now?
Meaning, what do you mean?
Well, look at. I've noticed it. Like, look at your 799, 796, 732, 616 is the lowest there, but
No,
785, 744, 736.
5-7-5.
You got one in there. I don't know. I'm noticing that everything seems to be fairly close. Yeah, we're the
Well,
awkward one in mine.
not necessarily. Not necessarily. So, all these nations in here, other than 616 and 5-7-5, has only got a single merge. Oh, I take that back. 744 got a double merge.
But I'm
616.
not seeing any high 600s or 700s
Well,
anymore.
616 has 6 nations inside there, versus everyone
Yeah,
else only has 2.
that's Big Bad Wolf, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
no?
it's Big Bad Wolf.
hmm
So
Yeah, that's a nice nation.
here's this is gonna be a good battle right here between 732 and 616 because the score
Yeah.
is really close. So actually, I'm sorry, I
It
take that
is.
back. I take that back. I was wrong. I was looking at second round. So 799 Ducky versus Wolf. Still,
Yeah,
1.2 billion lead. That's still
that ain't enough for Duck.
that's not enough for an easy win.
No, not at all.
And we know
No.
Ducky and Beast. I'm sure
I gotta zoom around.
Yeah, and I know Big Bad Wolf is doing he's definitely doing his homework on them. I get that because I would too.
I'm sure he learned his lesson.
Yeah, he's
But they're going to have to come to 616. So very, very smart on 616's part.
yeah. I mean that is the advantage about having having the lead and
Mm-hmm.
going into
Tell your nation
kill
to stay in
phase.
your nation and use Doomsday and have fun.
Pretty much, pretty much.
Smart.
I wish people would just fight like they used to fight, to where who cares if we won or lost? Let's just fight it out and have fun. But nope.
Until they're gone, unfortunately.
Well, yeah. I will say that both these nations, 799 and 616, they both have good discipline. So I think this is going to be a hard 1.2 million to gain because I think everyone's going to be bubbled on both sides. It's going to be a long.
800K.
It's going to be one of
800K.
those. Yeah.
Too bad.
It's going to be one of those things where, yeah, 800K. You're right. You're right. I see it now. Someone's going to have to make that mistake between one of them. Someone's going to make a
Well,
mistake.
yeah, you're just waiting. You're staying up for 8 hours waiting for that one bubble pop.
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. Unless they decide to fight it out. Unless they decide to fight it out, you know that might be it too.
Hell no, it's void, man.
I don't know, dude. I went against 616 in the first round, and even though they smoked us, they fought, dude. We fought them. Like it was a fight, and it was void.
No,
That's when
I believe it. I mean, I know they like to play. I mean, I can't see them not playing. I agree with you on that.
Of course, they smoked. That was Hellfish that got smoked on that one.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. But Hellfish is back.
I have a feeling we're going to be staring at bubbles, so I'm not looking forward to it.
You're staring at bubbles, huh? Who you guys up against?
We're going to be 439 pistols.
Oh, great. You know
Yeah.
what? I don't want to see any of you guys say Blacklist 3. I don't want to see that
I hope
argument.
not.
That argument that happened
I
between
hope
them and 385.
Yeah. I hope that they use this as the opportunity to regain their name or whatever, and we have fun. That's my goal. Win or lose, I hope we have fun.
Well, I mean, I put that blacklist out there for that specific reason, and the only way to get it out there off of there is to fight. Like.
Yep. Well, if they do, I will be the first to give them props and say it. I promise.
Are you winning right now?
Yeah, we're up a little over $1 billion on purpose to make sure that they don't do what
to make sure they fight.
You
do it to make sure they fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna call it what it is. I mean, we ain't taking no chances. We gonna make sure they fight. If you're gonna fight and play, you're gonna lose. I mean, by points. So those are your options with us.
So with that being said, and everyone that's listening or in the future listening, so in that nation 567, I'm sorry, I'm gonna spill some secret of your alliance. I apologize, but it is what it is.
Fair enough.
So in their alliance, they are required. Majority of their players are required to have 1,000-day recruiting on standby at all times. Just for a scenario like this. If you know that nation is going to be heavy recruiting in bubble, then you recruit and make them fight.
We save resources and use them when needed because you never know when people want to play tricks and do things like that. We try to match our opponents phase for phase unless we get told, like this one, we were told that they were going to bubble and blah blah blah. And I'm not saying they are, but we ain't going to take no chances. We're going to go ahead and just cruise on up the score a little bit, make sure it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, this is I don't know Pistols Nations that much, so I can't really say if it's true or not. But I mean, even though I used to play in 373 with Ram and Faith Plus One, that was a long time ago. Things change. So
yeah,
I don't know if it's true or not. But that argument on there,
me neither.
The argument on there got pretty heavy. Yeah, it got heavy. Yeah, it got heavy. It got
still
heavy.
Going right now.
Yeah, I go in there too. Like I'll post it. I won't post, but I'll show a little bit. I'm wondering if it's.
But here's an opportunity. We play. You know what I mean? We're not a bubble nation. We are going to come at you, win or lose. We are going to come at you.
Right.
So here's their chance to regain their honor per se. If they win, great. If they lose, at least you went down fighting. That's all I ask.
As long as at least you go down fighting and you don't someone didn't get zeroed out like a 41 kind of zero out. That dude, that
They're
sucks as a
they got
nation.
some big BP cities, man. They got some big guys over there. I mean, we're not going to be hitting their big guys. I mean, they close to 300 million or more.
What nation was it again? 379?
Four, four, three,
Four
nine
439. I'm sorry.
on globe.
439. Yeah.
Well, no, there you go.
Nope, still wrong.
They got some
globe.
big guys. I mean, we just two globes. There you go. One more. There you go.
439. I'm looking for it.
They got some big guys there. I mean, they ain't no pushover, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, 1241.
They got more 40s than we got. They got more 40s we got. I mean, they're deeper than us by far.
Let's see what their BP look like. Ooh.
They fatties.
Well,
Yeah, we ain't gonna hit no. Yeah.
They got 3.
Pistols is low, but Pistols also is strong too. Keep that in mind. He's our strongest player.
That's what I was gonna say. They got 3 that you guys probably won't try or attempt because Pistols is strong.
I'll be honest. If Pistols doesn't have a bubble, we gonna try.
You hear that, Pistols? They're gonna freaking knock on your door.
If I catch him in no bubble, I assure you we gonna try. We may not like the outcome, but we gonna try.
Well, shit. If you
all those other guys are just food.
If you hit him and you lose, it's over.
We'll lose probably, but we're going to drop him 30, 40 million BP.
Right, but then the kill event's over at that point.
If I can zero him, I'm happy.
Well, if you can zero him, that's a different story. But
I'm double tapping. I promise you. We recalling and we going again.
So this is literally, you do realize they're going to hear this, right? You realize someone's already recording this right
Everyone
now.
4 down or all food. 4 down or all food, and if I catch 8 and down, I'm going by myself.
Yeah, these are solos. Yeah, these are solos.
Yeah, if I catch any of them, I'm not afraid to hit them.
I think maybe if the Titans are out, you might be able to solo this guy. But
you're probably right. Because they'll have a solid fleet out too.
But that's about as far as you'll be able to go. This guy, I don't.
That's pushing it.
That's pushing.
I'm gonna get hurt, but I'm gonna get hurt. I'll kill a lot, but I'm gonna get hurt.
Yeah, like I won't go past. Remember, it used to be 60. Now I won't go past 90. For me.
Yeah, I try to stay around that 80 mark. But when you got, I'll pull another 41 with me, and we'll have fun. Let's put it that way.
Oh, you put 241s with no Titans at 241s. Oh my god. Oh my god. Especially if it's who I think you were talking about.
Oh yeah, we gonna have fun.
So about this guy, you guys.
Man, that's you got to be willing to sacrifice some truth for that. That's a 385 right there.
Yeah, it's a. Well, I mean, let's see where he's ranked. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. 15-8.
Good point.
Let's look
if his Titans were out, maybe Woody. But you depend on his breakdown. If he's got a huge front line like you got, that would sting.
Well, that's when you speed scout first, like in the beginning of it.
Scout.
Dude, you know how many times I'll speed scout someone if there's a big guy there.
Yeah, I never have. I no lie. I usually go first, ask questions later.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, that first hit, in the beginning, just quickly speed scout or have someone else speed scout him, and then when he feels comfortable that everyone's sleeping or whatnot, and he's, you know what happens? People feel comfortable, and then Bubba comes down. Next thing you see in Discord, like, oh my god, Discord was distracting,
Oh, those are the warplanes? I didn't even look at those. So they got some gold, but nothing major.
Yeah, so he's just got a gold. He's probably,
So they only got one guy, which is number 1, which is Pistols that has the warplane max.
Yeah. So he doesn't even have that last the last lab.
Yeah, the 2 important ones.
Yeah, the really good ones.
Yeah, that's going to hurt them if we catch him. But he's got a massive BP, so that's going to help. That's all I can say.
Yeah, he's got a lot of kills too, but everything else, I mean,
but look at the losses. That means he ain't key. Yeah, those are in nation kills. I bet.
Yeah, those are.
Look at the losses.
I guarantee 6 million that's in nation.
We got. You know what that is? Biofarm.
Is 6 million of that is. I think 6 million is from Void, but 2 million of that's probably in nation.
Maybe.
I don't know,
I
man.
mean, I hope so.
If you guys can you get 80 people online? If you have 80, you can take that.
I mean, here's the thing. You've seen my battle reports. We only need, 40 to 50 because of our power. What we can do, what somebody else can do with 70, 75, with 40.
Right. Yeah, but if Pistols joins, I know he's only one person, but sometimes that's all it takes is that one person. I mean, 21.
We zeroed pools in Iron Blood with 10 people.
Well, you know what? Hold on. So he's got 330. I have 350. So he's got about 19
He's fat.
million
Don't get me
troops.
wrong.
He's got about like 19
He's
million
strong.
troops.
No, he's strong. I mean, I can't argue any of that. It's just a matter of how much front line he has. Be nice if they show the breakdown there.
Well, 19 million troops, and let's just look at mine because everyone, being that's an older nation, they think the same way I do. So
I bet he's got more because you're stronger, Woody. I bet he has more than that.
Yeah, I know I'm stronger than him, but like frontline wise, so I think he has like 5 million troops in the front.
Oh, man, I bet he's got. I bet you money he's got 9 million plus.
That would be stupid to have 9 million front line.
I bet you he does.
With his BP, where his BP is at, to have 9 million.
I hope he does.
Man,
that
would be not good for him because we all know the front line lasts longer, and the back line will fall way before the front line will.
Yeah, that's when you get those kills and the Titans and everyone else is dead, and he's still fighting the front line.
yeah. So that's why it's to have a certain ratio. Like,
if we caught his Titans out, Woody, we might try it once just to see what it does.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: we're gonna lose 200K troops each, maybe 150, but he gonna lose 1 million or 2 or more, probably 3 million, 4 million with us.
But how much is he gonna kill, total wise?
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing that, but one big whale like that loses 4 million troops versus I lose 150. He gonna cry a lot more than I am.
I mean, you're not wrong on that. If you catch his Titans out, man, if you catch his Titans out with a fucking 40 or 50 shot,
we catch his Titans
and
out
Thor activates, oh my god, dude!
Exactly.
But you would have to.
We're getting 3 or 4 mid-range troops. You know what I mean?
You would have to disable. You'd have to keep his Titans in a battle.
Exactly. Catch him with we did it to somebody not too recently. We caught him with 10 little you know what I mean, deals, and that's on defense. So keep in mind, you're not going to get, you're not going to lose troops on the defense one, and then you catch him with his main fleet, and you got easily 40, 50 seconds before his Titans get back. And then when they get back, they die real quick.
Oh yeah. What can he do? As they come in, they die.
Yeah, breakthroughs are popping way too much at that point.
Yeah. Oh man, but if he reinforces that, if he gets reinforces, that might be the difference maker right there. Where you're like, that sucked.
Yeah, no, like I said, I think he'd win the battle for sure. But does he want to lose 4 million troops?
What the fuck just happened here?
Well, it looked like somebody. You look like, I don't know if you played or not, but you guys skunked them.
Yeah. What do we use?
13, looks like a beatdown.
13 people. They used 8, and they've got. Oh, this isn't any of our big guys either.
Well, it looks like they killed him.
Wait a minute. I take that back. K went ham. Play went ham. Yeah, okay. I didn't even know about it.
He ain't got no troops. He used.
Yeah, he used that. He got. Yeah, but he got a lot of points off that. So did playtime. I wonder. Let's see. Let's see what the battle reports are.
Yes, I am.
Is he still getting stronger?
Oh, dude, K is getting so fucking strong right now. Let me see if I can find his report and I'll show you. And we didn't boost anything. We don't charge.
Look at his Titans. Look at his Titans.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Look at his stats, dude.
Yeah, stats are looking good too.
Right? See,
wow. his damages are great. I mean, he needs one of them, but the other ones are looking good. Reductions are getting good. Let me see what the little zombies look like. Oh, those are good. And he's
Yeah.
got a high zombies too. They're looking good. He's on the second to last letter. It looks like.
Yep. Yep. Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah, he's definitely he's been definitely pushing his city.
I'm gonna have to recruit him.
No, you ain't gonna get him. You ain't gonna get him. And in his second city, and then you got his second
Hey, he's
city.
doing good, man.
Hold on, you got his second
Second city. What?
Yeah, he's got another 38.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right here.
Is it the?
Oh, nice. MRA too.
Mhm.
It's a nice small account.
Yeah.
Nothing to cry
But
about there.
But I think someone else is using this one right now. I can't say the name.
Well, yeah, that's nice. If you can do that, that's even better.
Yeah, I can't say the name because the person asked me not to, but I will say that someone else that we did grab from a different nation.
Oh, so they're not just helping. You actually pulled them.
Correct.
Oh, gotcha. I totally understand.
So
Still amazing.
yeah, I mean that was yeah, he's a 41 in the other nation, and again I won't say the name, but he's a 41 in the other
Who
nation.
you got? You guys got for Void? I didn't even see.
So we have 796. We got Polar Bear, and
Oh,
it's close.
oh, oh, damn! Real close.
Yeah,
Look at that.
but they went ham in recruiting.
Eating.
What does that mean?
Ham in recruiting. This guy's
I
definitely
have no
going.
idea what
This
that
guy is
means.
definitely going for the freaking individual award. Tell you that,
Yeah, for
because I
you do
was
500 days or 500 million points. I mean,
yeah. I think it was like 540.
yeah, we had one guy did 800 in ours, 830 or something like that.
Oh yeah, but well, you guys have a different scenario. These guys know we're gonna fight. They were just trying to keep the score even for the
Score
win.
balance, absolutely.
Yeah, which I don't blame them. Turu went 41, so now we got that 741, and playtime's gonna be 41 soon as well. Like he already told us he's going.
You
He's,
got a lot of 41 for your nation. I'm still shocked about that.
yeah, playtime. He's gonna
Look
be
at
41 and by next void. I think it is maybe 2 voids.
yeah, I'm really shocked how many 41s you got. To be honest, you need to be playing like in the 500s and 400s.
No,
Yeah, you do.
and a couple of these 38 said they're going to 39 next void. So
I wouldn't mind playing y'all again, giving
no,
y'all a rematch.
no, because I know this will be the person you target. He just came back to the game and healed some of his troops and started playing again. So
Nice. So he's back.
he is back.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, he had some personal things that were going on, and
He's a
unfortunately,
good player, man.
he is.
Everybody gets caught once. Be able to just learn from it and move on.
I got caught twice. Not in this city, but when I was in
Yeah.
273, I got caught twice. I learned a lot. I've learned a very valuable lesson from Monkey King. Of all people to get caught by, right? Of all people.
Yeah, that's a tough count there.
Yeah, Monkey King, and then the second time was no, the first time was 394 Baymax. I know that's not his real name. His real name is like what you call it or something like that, but we call him Baymax in 394, and then Monkey King. And that was,
Yeah, I missed Monkey King. He was good.
everyone gets hit once. K got hit by you guys, but
We got.
but he learned a lesson. Now he hides his troops and he doesn't. He ports. He ports.
Just know the nation you're fighting. It's
Well,
that simple.
that's
the
the
key.
thing. That's the thing. I told them beforehand, guys. This is not a nation you can just sit around and twiddle your thumbs with and stay unbubbled. No, this is the nation that where literally you got to port after every hit, and you got to hide your troops because they're waiting. They're not sleeping. Trust me. Just because you see a bubble, they are not sleeping. I promise you, they're not sleeping. They're
Yeah,
one
you go
ding
to
away.
385 or somebody like that. You port, hit, port, hit, port, hit, port.
That's what I had to do against 385.
Actually, I'm not thinking hit. It's hit, bubble, port.
Yeah. When I fought 385, we lost by a lot. No joke. I had to do exactly what I had to, exactly what you were saying. I had to stay in my nation and then look in their nation while I'm in my nation, port there, hit, and then port back in my nation after I bubbled. Like there was no, there literally was no. Hey, there's Woody. No, Woody's gone. That's how it was. Woody's gone. He was there, but now he's not.
Yeah, that would be a nation that would get you, man.
Yeah.
That would be a nation that would get you. And you'd be all over Facebook quick.
Dude, I'd still be hearing about it. But I'm good. I'm good with three. I'm good at 385. They're good people. I'm good with you guys too.
They
But-
are extremely good people. Some of the best.
I agree. I will say that one person that gave you guys 3 points, they're in our nation. The guy came back to the game.
He came back?
Yeah, after I
Where's he at?
He's somewhere in here.
Is he in your alliance?
Yeah. He
What?
see the lady that was running it, he didn't know what she was doing. He didn't know that
my
she was
goodness.
using his city to give away points against our nation. And when he found out about that, he kicked her out and said, "Fuck you" to her. And he came back and started playing. Yeah.
No, tell him I still appreciate points either way.
Well, I mean, he's grown. He's been growing too. Let's see if I can find him. His name is Crazy One or something like that.
Yeah, it was crazy something.
I think he's been growing. Where the fuck is he? Maybe I should be checking
Mm.
the city. Right there. 38 now. He was at 37 before. He's at 30.
Nice.
Maybe he
Yeah,
did
you're-
get. Maybe he did get hit again. Because I had him down to
Well,
40.
I ain't seen no major BP for a 38. That's maybe a million two troops, maybe. Million and a half tops, maybe.
But he bubbles, so he bubbles and he does
That's all that matters.
he does team attacks, so that's all I care about.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. You see, fucking K passed me in warplanes.
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
dude, I wasn't joking, dude.
K's pushing hard, man. He's pushing hard. Yeah. It's hard to keep up, man. I'm getting past on everything now.
Dude,
It's hard to keep up with that.
he's getting close to passing me in officers now. I mean, I got my lore line active, so that's not my real.
Give them something to shoot for, and they build. That's
He's
a
got
good thing. not a
he's
bad
got his lore line active too. So last that I seen, he was at 19.5, and I was at like 25. Like, fucker's growing, dude.
Yeah, no, it's a nice account. For sure. I'm impressed with his Titans too. What's his Titan level?
2.9.
Look at that. Wait, almost 3 million Titans. Wow.
Yeah, he's
He's
pushing.
making huge gains from the last time I've seen him.
Yeah, just wait till that dragon hits.
Health
man.
used to be stronger than him.
Yeah. That 500 difference is huge. I don't think people
night and day.
I don't think people understand the difference between 500,000 and a Titan. That's like that can take someone a whole entire year to get that.
It's easier to get to 2 million than it is from 2.5 to 3.
Yeah. You see, once I
Put
exposed
it
that,
in
hel-
perspective.
once I exposed how to do the commander level, they all listened and started doing it. They passed me up. About saving before you hit the level 70. They passed
Oh
me.
yeah, I know. I did it too. I messed up.
Yeah, I messed up, and I got a whole bunch just sitting there waiting for whenever they decide to release whatever. But whatever.
I'm surprised they haven't. To be honest, there was rumor they were going to, and then nothing happened.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, honestly.
I don't think there's any money for them. Your opinion.
I
Did you
think.
see what they added in the weeklies?
What did they add?
Oh, you didn't see? You don't. I mean, you don't need it now. I mean, but me and you did need it for the record.
Oh,
The monthly. Sorry.
The
Monthly,
zombie
sorry.
what zombie thing? I don't
Is
see
it in
no
the weekly or monthly?
monthly. It's in the monthly.
Monthly. Sorry, it's in the monthly.
They added the zombie.
Oh,
kits.
There
right
it is.
there.
Look at that.
Imagine that.
Where was that crap when we needed it?
Yeah, right. We had to do the hard way. We had to go through the gift box.
Yeah.
I think maybe they noticed people not buying zombie gifts.
Well, there's a lot of people
I
that's
mean, the only
already.
good time to buy them come out in the limited time special, right? That's the best ones, all the way up to the
Absolutely.
50.
Absolutely. And now they got it there. BS.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean I mean that's the case. I mean, look at all the ancient nations that got robbed out of the uranium for how many years, and now it's all
Yeah,
available.
true.
My question.
Yeah, but they've also been collecting for a long time too now. Look at how much
That's
longer
true.
they've had the opportunity to collect.
Yeah, 6 years. We'll just say even 5 years more than majority of these newer nations.
Which is why you see so many, higher cities levels.
That's true.
Free play in the older nations, 1-0, 1-2s or 38s.
Commander merit. Commander level. Someone's asking where play is. Play time is at 68 right now.
There it is.
But play's only been playing in our alliance for about 2 months. And that's the old Groot city. When Groot came to play with us.
Oh wow, was that the one that was next to you forever?
He still is.
No, was that the one that had the sign on it?
No, that's someone else.
Next to you.
That's
Okay.
Fuck, I don't remember. I think his name might actually still be for sale. Actually, no, I think it got exchanged to, where is it? It was a 38 before.
Yeah, I remember that. Sat next to you for like 6 months.
Yeah, I don't know where it went. I might be able. It'd be better to look in the ranking to be able to figure out who it is. I think it was Chuck Day.
I thought that was played. Okay.
I think it was this one. I could be wrong, but I think it was this one.
Did it get exchanged? Hopefully.
I think it got exchanged. Because I remember,
Nice.
I remember hearing something about exchange with Chuck Day. Just don't pay attention. I just didn't pay attention to everything, but I think either exchange or given. One of the two. I don't know.
Where's our golden ticket, bro?
Dude. So
you need to get that handle, bro. All the pull you got, you need to get that handle.
I don't got that, dude. I don't got much pull. I don't literally have much pull. Seriously, if I ever know anything before something releases, it's not because I pulled anything. I'll tell you that right now. It's because they decided to tell me. It was that is all. They decided to tell me.
Which doesn't make sense. You think they'd want you to, spread the word about events, so people get excited and hyped up and want to do it.
And I think that's another thing I have brought up to Camel before. Like, if something's news coming out, you'd want your YouTubers to have access to it. Let's say not even in an actual real simulated real nation. Like just a fake game that's based the same way, just to show it off. So if I hit a city, it didn't really hurt them. You know what I mean? Just to show it off, it would get people hyped up to see what it can do. But yeah. Again, I don't think they do that because.
Give it to that Newsweek guy.
What's that?
He'd do a great job with it. Give it to the 564 Newsweek guy. He'd do a great job.
Oh my god, dude! Did you see that? I gotta play it.
I did.
I gotta play it. It's not on YouTube, so it ain't gonna. It's not on YouTube, so it's not gonna hurt my channel.
I see it in my. GC chat all the time. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I gotta play this. I gotta play it. Hold on. Oh, we'll play it on here.
Years ago.
Come on.
The void was brutal.
It's not showing. Hold on.
Not like now.
There it is.
There you go.
When battles are waged with
caution,
streamed
time on their hands. That's all I can come on.
Post-match analysis.
I showed Camel this too,
so
they might be getting reached out with Camel.
Savage.
Nice.
In the dark,
yeah.
With no meta, no mercy.
Yeah, he did an amazing job on this. He really did.
I agree. That's why I wanted to show it.
No
Raziel
no safe play
strategies
this is
my,
from player to player.
What do they call that? My apprentice.
This is straight up like a movie,
betrayal,
dude.
And the same understanding that survival
it literally is.
Watching your
start
allies
watching
fall
it, like, what the hell?
In the year of grace, 2777. Before the Great Merge.
You know what it reminded me of? A Disney
564.
World ride.
394 faced the legendary
let me turn
Marcus
this-
of
What
379.
was it? The Star Wars Disney
The
World
void
ride. If
portal
you've ever
opened,
got a
and
chance
the
to ride it,
Hellfire
it
was
literally is like
released.
you're going through.
Yeah, let's.
This is the Void Chronicles of the Survivors.
The void portal has been
Oh,
opened.
guys,
So all
hold on.
commanders-
Before I mention it, guess who's back? Before I play this, guess who's back in the game? You're not gonna believe it.
In the game?
Well,
Last I heard was Flex Nuts. I don't know who else.
no. Flex is not. Grim Reaper is playing again. Grim Reaper.
Where's he at?
Right now, he's in the YouTube chat.
What?
Yep.
Speak up.
He's in the YouTube chat.
Speak up before I call your wife.
No, he's in the YouTube chat right now. But
Okay, well, tell him he has access to Discord.
so many
Don't act
people,
like he's a dummy.
so many people's been asking, where the hell is Grim Reaper? I'm like, dude, I don't know. But
I'm
he's
gonna
back.
call him on his cell phone, make him answer. Tell him to answer his phone before I tell him to call his wife.
Be ready.
This is like awesome.
Where's he at? You gonna rat him out or what?
No, he's already in here. But I'm talking about the.
No, where's he at? What nation? Is he in? You said he's back. What nation's he in?
I can't say. He asked me not to.
What do you mean you can't? How are you gonna say he's back, but you're not gonna say where he's at?
Welcome on board TAC-7.
Grim says you're his number one chump. 5 pump chump.
He's good people, man.
Marcus Castle has been detected on Sector North.
So they're talking about Marcus Notorious.
Marcus is moving alone. I want everyone.
Yeah, he's tough. We just beat him.
Alliance buff activated. We are going to strike him right now.
I like this AI.
Monsieur Yetix.
This is amazing.
As you commanded. All alliances offensive and defensive buff are activated.
Then it is settled. Assemble every commander willing to ride the end of this age. We strike his core.
You know the best part about it is, it's like,
and if the void swallows
these
us,
characters that are in here.
When they put his puppy head.
Ready right
No, well, the characters that are in here are actual characters that are in the game. Same picture and all.
Is it really? I
Yes.
figured when I saw the puppy head on Marcus.
Grim said you don't know his number.
Let's wrap it up, guys. It's date night
Yes,
tonight.
I do. I'll call him right here on live if he don't be quiet.
Get ready in 5.
Ooh, I might get a copyright from that one right there. Pikachu.
That's not Pikachu. Dude, that's Ukachu.
That's Pick-a-wrong.
So you gotta say it right.
Pikachu. There you go, Pikachu. No, but this is awesome how he did this. I'm like, man.
It is. It gets better. This is funny.
Serious blow. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
I thought of you when I saw that.
Grim says he's waiting for you.
Uh-huh. Tell him when darkness leaves, I'll call him.
I was late. Why my
he
fleet
can
can't
hear you.
heal. This wasn't just frenzy.
Let's gift the packs in the Alliance chat.
They got me good.
Gather everyone.
There's Marcus.
Yep.
We are gonna paying it back.
In the end, even legends bleed. Tax 7, the boy commander, brilliant, reckless, and beloved, fell beneath the tides of Marcus's vengeance. His last
got
stand
zeroed.
was not forgotten,
That's what I heard.
but it was lost.
You know?
The void, once the battleground of gods and beasts, dimmed under the weight of Marcus's empire. Systems
Yes, it's
burned, planets crumbled, silence replaced strategy. But death is not the end in the Age of Origins. It is the forge of unity. From the ashes of defeat, the shattered factions bound themselves into a single chain, the Great Alliance merge. And from the heart of that unification rose one name,
I think that's
old
supposed
as
to be Deadpool.
frost, strong as Yetix the First, not just a leader, not just a survivor, but the origin of a new dominion. This was not victory. This was legacy.
I think that might be it. Nope, there's more.
Oh, more. Who's this?
Told
That's what
people
I was
why
wanting
they
to
aren't
know.
praising me.
I don't know.
Parasites.
I guess they left the alliance. They were pissed off about the loss and they left the
After the
alliance.
event ended, the infamous Korean player vanished from the alliance, consumed by jealousy and the silence of praise she never received.
Dang.
She turned rogue, whispering in the galaxy to every castle she burnt, "I wasn't born evil. You made it this way."
Oh man, that is good
Pretty
stuff.
cool.
That is good stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's made some real good ones, I ain't gonna lie.
I have to play the credits. Gotta play the credits for them.
Yeah. Here's his name coming up.
Yep. Steve Newsman. Not bad. And just so Steve, so you know, I have contacted Camel about you, and they might be reaching out to you to become a vet. They like this.
He's got some. He's actually done like 4 or 5 different ones that I've seen. They're really good. All of them are.
There was one today. Like this one was really funny.
Welcome back. I'm Steve Newsman, and you're watching 564
Yeah, I saw that
News, the only channel that tells the truth, then
Still
shoves
got
it into a blender.
Try to turn this up a little.
Today's episode is proudly sponsored by 5 Hours Energy, because sleep is for the dead.
You know,
and you're already
I
halfway
wonder, is this really sponsored by 5 Hour Energy?
Frenzy event has ended, and as the ash settles, 564 stands victorious, absolutely clobbering the delusional dreamers of
This guy is
429
good of
who showed
AI.
up with dreams, died with
Yeah,
glory,
he is.
and left behind only the stench of failure.
I'm starting to think he does this for a
What's a
living.
victory without a little internal betrayal? Because while
That's AI,
564 was
100%.
out there dismantling the hopes and dreams
Oh,
of
yeah,
429,
for sure.
it seems a few of our own brave patriots were handing out
Like
points
I went and
like a
checked out the
Japanese Rome
Vidnaz,
buffet.
and they have them
Yes, the
there,
Department
but,
of
yeah.
Justice has launched a full-scale investigation into volunteer leakers. Those fine citizens who, during the frenzy, decided that loyalty was just another setting you could turn off. We are expecting Interpol red
Loyalty's
notices in
another
the
setting
next
to turn
hours.
off.
No names have been released yet, but sources inside the government say interrogations have begun. So if you leaked anything during the frenzy, shield. In an extremely stage ceremony dripping with propaganda
funny.
and power lust, our
There's
supreme
my boy
leader Yeltsin
Thurf.
First praised his genetically
Force our
modified
strong mother
eyebrows, has
as
given
well.
the Frenzy Master Award upon
Yeah,
none other than Thorf.
he's a good guy, too.
564 first general and top score. Thorf, whose kill
Good
count
people.
broke records and
I
possibly
like
international law,
seeing
accepted the award.
active
We reached out for comment,
YouTubers,
and he simply
content
growled,
creators,
"Next."
and their stuff. I like to see it because it brings a
But
little
not
edge
everyone's
to the game.
celebrating. Over in server 697, that charming
Absolutely.
hellpit of backstabbing and petty tyranny, a local revolt.
You know, one
is
of the
wrapped
things
up.
I would like to see
Global
them
chat
change
exploded as
or
brave
add, Woody.
little rebels
You know how that
dared to
everybody loves
whisper,
GC
"Help
chat?
us."
They should do that like during Void. Like give you the two or do the Frenzy or Void, the two nations playing each other.
Mhm.
Give them a chat to talk at the same time. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Honestly, I think that would.
You know what I mean?
I think that's something that we. Wait! Hold on, I'm reading the chat right now. J Dog says Newman is the one behind the Yeti on TikTok. Are you shitting me? Oh my God! Oh, he's kidding. Damn it, dude! Damn it! I was here gonna say it. I watch that guy all the time. What a dick move! What a dick move!
Damn.
Damn. Now I forgot what I was saying.
About the chats. About
Yeah,
having
yeah.
Like a GC or the C chat, have it like a Void chat at the same time or a Frenzy chat that you could sit there and talk to each other, have fun.
Yeah, I think that would be really good.
You could
Because
post those in there. That'd be badass.
well, I think the reason why they don't allow the whole pictures being posted in like these chats is because stupid people, will start putting
I don't
pornography
mean
in
pictures.
there.
I agree with that. I like battles, not pictures, but battle reports.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
okay, like reports. Yeah, that's a different story. Yeah, that would be awesome to see.
Yeah, like just like they do in GC.
Yeah, I would like that too. That'd be pretty badass, and it would make the chatting much more. I don't know. What am I?
Oh, it
Active.
would change. It would enhance it. Yeah, it would enhance it. It really would.
Remember, I used to put guys. So I used to play with Just a Tip in a different game. We used to play Clash of Clans together, and they used to have a global chat, right? And it was awesome. Anyone in the entire game can chat with each other. You can literally port to their alliance and battle them off, and it was badass. But people started saying like bullying, cyberbullying people to the point where people were committing suicide at that point. So that's why they completely banned that whole entire chat in that game. It's because of that. So being like, if there was a bunch of kids that played this game, I would say that it would be a bad idea to do that. But we're all adults. Maybe 1% of the game might be kids for a month or two until they figure out that they got to pay to win.
Yeah.
But we're all adults. I mean, it's like no different than
But
like.
they censor it too, though, Woody. It's censored. I mean, GC chat is censored. So, I mean, I think you're still fine.
You got a point there. Yeah, but in GC chat, you can post something and it'll be censored, then log out or change a different chat and go back in there, and it will say what you're trying to say.
Just apply the GC chat rules, and you're fine.
Yeah, well,
keeps it, nice and friendly without being, disrespectful, and it'd be fun. I don't know. I just think it would get people more excited when they, you get the whole shit talking perspective of it.
Yeah. So, some people have been asking me on the side. So an update with my brother. My brother is doing better. Sorry about the last live. He was out of his mind. But he's doing better. He's healing. He does have his mouth rubber band shut and kind of drinking through a straw. He can't really move much, but he can have his phone in his hand and do one of these things, like just push, and that's about it. But as for me, I went to a doctor yesterday, got blood work done, and found out I am a diabetic. Yep. So now I got a whole bunch of pills I get to take. Yeah, that's so that's it's been another thing that's been why you haven't really seen much of me, is because I've been battling my own fucking demons lately. If that makes sense. Yeah, no more cola for Woody. No more coffee. As I'm fucking telling you this, I'm fucking eating pizza. Literally.
That's bad
pizza.
for you.
Yeah, well, fuck you. What can I say? I like pizza.
I mean, like you said, you got pills, you got shots for all that stuff that'll help it. So just regulate it and just check it. That's all you got to do. Stay on top of it.
Well, I'm gonna be on pills the rest of my life, they said. But I mean, if it fixes the whole fatigue thing that I've been having lately, I'm all for it. Kitten says pizza once a week instead of every day. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong on that one.
Yeah, treat it as a reward and not as a normal.
That's true. That is true. But that's what's been going on with me. Doctor tip right here. We got a doctor in here.
Uh-oh. There we go.
I know. They're gonna freaking contact my doctor and say, Woody was talking about this. But
it's funny.
Yeah, the side effects, I won't say what they are, but yeah, they're gonna be insane for me, especially during work. Anyways, yeah, I put that out there. It is what it is. There's some personal shit right there. Anyone have any more questions about the game? I mean, we're 2 hours into this. Okay, you know what? Tip, let me ask you. When these dragon skins come out, or Dragon Titan, I'm calling it a Titan. I don't give a fuck what people say. When this Titan comes out, third Titan, are you going to go your hardest to get that troop expansion? Because we all know that's what everyone, all the whales now that are out there, that's what they want.
I mean, fleet size matters, of course, without a doubt. I would say that in the game, that's probably one of the most important things, fleet size. So I don't know what level. Does it say what level we need it to get to that? Is it like max stuff, or is it something we can get with without going, the average player could get, I guess
So
would be my question.
the cost to activate this guy is 20, right? And I could have
Okay.
swore one of these. Yeah, here they are. They're showing. So that's 150 for this one. But
Okay.
this is a
It's
different.
170.
This is the they get from the time event, limited time event.
So they'll have multiple different events where you can get these things.
Correct, and you buy them in the daily kind of deal.
But is each one have a different level, or you just get the 20 and that guy's done?
I think it's different levels because if you look at here, the guard can use the corresponding fragments to upgrade and unlock new stats when reaching specific levels. And if we go back out of here, if you look here, you got level 8, level 16. On this,
Does that say that on all of them though?
it just says it on this one. When you try to do it the other one, it doesn't show these. But I'm assuming that the other one's going to have different levels of stages as well. That's
So how far over do you have to go to get the fleet?
Well, you have to go. We'll just say unlock.
That one's 2,000 wounded.
Yeah,
that one's 2,000 wounded. That one's 2,000 wounded.
And then this one's a cross nation. That's 400.
Oh, that's nice. 2,000.
And then you got the regular in nation.
That's a big one.
Well, that's in nation, so that's not cross nation.
No, I understand, but for in nation, it's harder to increase your troops in nation than it is cross nation, typically.
Correct. And I'm wondering what this one's going to be.
Now that's going to be the talent that we never see.
I mean, you're not wrong. It might be the talent that we never see, like everything else that's coming soon. 5-6 years later, it's still saying coming soon.
Yeah, the badge that says coming soon for 3 years.
Or that Titan talent coming soon.
Yeah.
But I think that
so you got 4,000 troops basically.
Well, no.
Like
they're stackable. Wait, they're stackable. Okay.
Right.
So
that's what I said. 2,000 and 2,000.
That doesn't necessarily mean that each level might be another 1,000, another 2,000, another 3,000.
No, it says right there max limit. The max limit of the fleet plus 2,000.
Max
You're
limit,
thinking that's going to give you more troops?
Listen. Max limited fleet means that that means how much you can carry in your fleet. That's not the max, my friend. Everything.
Yeah, but let me bust your bubble on it. I'll be the negative Nancy. Kind of like the think of the what is it? The
dock.
Damn it, the officer skins. The officer skins. No, listen to what I'm saying. The officer skins always show you the max number until you open it, and then when you open it, it goes from saying max 10% to the first level is 0.5. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's. I don't think that's the case.
Look at. You'll see what I'm saying.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, but I think that
I'm betting you get 400, then 400, then 200, or something. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Because it clearly says max.
Yeah, but so does. Hold on. Now here's my counter.
Go look at the skins. You'll see what I'm saying.
Hold on. Here's my counter to you.
I'm just saying what it says.
Let's look at right here. These all say max limit of fleet troops as well. And the more you level it, the more you got. For your offs, like Morgan.
But look at we're talking about a different deal here, though. Look at one of the skins, and you'll see what I'm saying.
Don't fuck with me, dude.
Look at the skin. I mean, you got them all. Look at skin.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, see how it says max or whatever? When you start getting into it, it reads max right there. No, it wouldn't be that. It would be, what's the one that says max? And I can't think of it. Maybe I'm thinking.
You're thinking of the island, dude. The dock.
Is it? No.
God, I hate.
It's late.
I hate opening the island because it always crashes my phone. Every single time. Hold on.
No, there's one of them that says max, like what it does before you actually open it up.
See right here, it says additional max limit fleet plus 3,000, and then plus 1,000.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't argue that one. That's a valid point. So you're thinking they're going to give you that many troops over there?
Well, yeah. Who's gonna? Let's be real. Who's gonna
That's
spend?
because you already got 4,000 with the 2. Keep that in mind. So you
Right,
got
but
in
who's
nation
gonna?
2 plus nation 4.
But who's gonna spend? I don't.
So
We don't even know. We don't even know how much this is gonna cost. So who's gonna spend?
yeah, but are you saying level 1 is going to open up the 2,000?
I think level
That's
one. Or
what you're
no,
implying.
it's level 3. It's level 3. You have to activate that one and get to level 3. It does say that. I'll show you. The minimum of all these things to activate to where the benefits come is level 3. So if you look up
That's not what it's saying up top.
right here, the dazzling feature will
No,
unlock
dazzling feature.
in phase 3.
Are they calling that the dazzling feature up top?
Yeah, the guard dazzle. So they're definitely showing off Raz right now by putting his name in the game. The razzle dazzle.
Okay. I don't think 4,000 is a lot, though. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm getting to. No one's gonna spend that
It's
kind
only
of money.
4,000.
No one's gonna spend that kind of money to get the 400, like 400 here, 150
Yeah.
there, just to get 2,000 troops. I won't. That's
a lot.
That'd be too much for only 2,000 troops. Like even on the island, it doesn't cost that much to get 2,000 troops. You know what I mean?
Unless the event gives you a lot of skins or something, you know what I mean? Maybe I could see that being. I mean, what do you think a fair number dollar-wise to justify 2,000 would be? 300, 400, 500 maybe?
Not even that. For being
You
real.
think less?
Yeah, maybe like 200.
Because you're not getting any. I guess you're only getting the 2,000 troops. You're not getting any stat increase with it per se.
Well, we don't know if anything else goes. See, I only know, and it only shows the very first default one. Where is it? Let me log out of this one and log back in. Right here. The phase 1. So this is only phase 1. Okay?
So you're thinking you can raise each one of these to 16?
I do. Because look.
That just sounds like a lot.
Look. Phase 1. Right? And then you got the dazzling, and it says these don't unlock to phase 3.
But then the next dragon is phase 3, and then the next dragon would be phase.
So you got to get
to.
So I'm assuming that the phase 1 one has to be dealt with first. I think.
Right, and then you go to phase 2. I think you have to max that one to get that one, and then you go to the next phase.
Correct. That's why I say Titan.
So maybe it is only 20, and that's. I don't know. But
That's
then it doesn't make.
That's just. I think the 20 is just for it to hang out on top of your city.
Oh, let's count it, Woody. How many different dragons are there?
So there's one. That one right there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is this the same guy? Hold on. Let me go back.
Yep.
No,
that's a baby dragon.
That's a baby dragon.
That's a baby dragon.
That's the nut.
Yeah.
That is
that's
definitely.
A guy silhouette.
That's the nut. That's
another one.
That's a teenager.
So that's 2.
3.
Right. 2,
4,
3,
5, 6.
6. So hold on, Woody. 6. And then go back to the first thing. We just figured it out, Woody. Go back. See, look, there's 6 would be 6 times 3 would be 18 level. I'm trying to figure out how the levels would work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe there's 16 levels on each little dragon. I just find that.
Well, look at your planes. Look at your titans. How many levels for their skin? There's 22 on the male.
God, I hate you. Did I tell you that before? I hate you.
Yeah, well, I didn't come play this game to make friends.
Valid point on the draw.
Now I wonder. Yeah, see.
Yeah, but you have to be in an event to get these, though. It's not like you can just go to the gift box and buy it. You know what I mean?
Yes, you can.
And to be
get from limited time events. Okay, so yeah, you're right.
Events, correct.
So
they're treated like skins, like all the skins.
Yeah.
So that I can't see them doing 18 levels on each one of those bad boys. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe. This is
the
a longevity.
Skins maxed out at level 9.
So if you think about
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you think about War and Order, they already got this. It's not a phoenix or a dragon. It's
I
literally.
wonder what levels they go to.
It's
I
like a
wish we had
little. It's
access
like
to
an
that.
eagle or something like that they have. It's not a dragon, and it's the same kind of scenario.
Do you know how it works in that one?
No, I don't.
Damn it.
I do not.
What do you need to build a whole city over there so we get all this
No.
information correct?
No, no. I am not. Let me
Take one for the team.
Nope. Nope, not happening. All right, I'm looking to see. Look to see if they have anything, real quick.
That'd be nice if they did.
Okay. We'll put Titans.
I asked my VIP.
What
All he
was
said
their?
was it wasn't.
What was their totems? That's what they're called.
Totem?
Either totems.
The eagle? You sure it's called the eagle?
So those are the totems, are what their Titans are.
Okay. But this isn't a Titan. You keep saying that. It's not a Titan.
Oh, hold on.
Just saying. Not a Titan. Even though you want to call it a Titan. Not a Titan.
We'll put
Looks cool as shit.
dragon, maybe? Is there
Eagle. I thought you said it was an eagle.
Dragon, eagle, drag. I don't know what the hell it is.
Oh. Well, you call it an eagle.
They have different names for them, is what I'm trying to tell you. Over here is one.
I got you.
I'm trying not to blow it up so I don't want to lose my monetization.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, right there, right here. You see this one, the fourth one in? You see the bird behind him? Over here?
Yes. In front of them, actually. But yeah.
In front of them. See, they already have it over there.
Oh, yeah. There it is. I'm right behind him.
Yeah. And that one, you see, look at the color print. So dark blue with light blue. Hold on, now we'll go into here. Dark blue with light blue.
Yeah, you're right.
But they
No, it looks cool. Might be the Dragon City.
But it kind of looks, I mean, it's a little different, but it kind of looks the same, right?
Be nice if they, like you said, if they like give you the information, you could teach everybody, and this is how it works. You know, get your money out, get your wallet, be ready, click, buy.
Well, I think it'll work eventually, but we need to get it first. We're only scapulating what they have and what they've given us right now. So, my goal obviously is going to be these last two, the rare ones, because the fleet
is everything else. What is everything else? What are the other ones?
Everyone else is just wounded units.
Wounded.
Yeah. What's this one? Yeah, they're all wounded.
What are your thoughts about the officer equipment? I thought for sure that was what was next. What was coming out?
No,
because I talked to God and Aluff. He's maxed everything. So last time they maxed everything, they came out with drill.
Well, you know what that means. That just means he's gonna go gun happy with these dragons or phoenixes, whatever you want to call them.
But we thought for sure, based off looking at the what do you call it, your strength meter, because your strength meter has it set up to where you can see the skins are coming.
Yeah, I seen that. So like you're talking about right here. That ain't what I'm looking for.
My info.
Yeah, my info. That's what I'm looking for right here.
Yeah, right there. So you can go to the officers and see that you've got the skins available to do.
Yeah, but see, he has his already at the outline.
Click it. You click the actual thing, you'll see it. See here. Here's how you can see how it needs to be done. Right up top.
Bad. Needs improvement. Yeah, fuck off.
I wasn't trying to show that part. But you know what I mean. What if you had yours all available? It would still leave ones that aren't maxed.
Right.
So it shows you that there's still 5 officers left that are needed to do it.
Yeah.
So which is why we were thinking that they were going to release officers like they did last time. I'm glad they didn't. Let me throw that up.
Dude, I'm happy they didn't
I'm
either.
so glad you did.
Yeah,
yes, I'm glad you didn't. I like the dragons. Let's keep with that. Let's give us a chance to catch up.
Well, I mean, I think that's another thing that we have to Camellies realize is that of all these things that are coming out back to back to back to back to back, no one's going to catch up. No one, I mean, no one is going to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So they have to stop at one point. But we're at that point already because they have released so much stuff at a rapid paced time that now you got nations that's got like 30, 41s in it. Like, at what point where think a business aspect. At what point do you say, well, okay, well now I got 30, um, no one's going to beat them. Not necessarily saying that there's a nation out there that does have 30, maybe 20 now at most. But there's going to be people are just they're leveling up really quick right now, and they're strong with all this other stuff that's been thrown out there. To me, like you said, there has to be a point where they stop what you're doing, give us a year to catch up. For the people that are 36s and 37s right now, they have to catch up, or else they're irrelevant they're irrelevant just like a C30 is now.
Yeah, it used to take over a year per one officer, and I think we're already going on 3 now or something in a
I think
year.
so.
It's crazy.
3 or 4. I can't.
Yeah,
I can point
it's
them
crazy.
out.
Not to mention officer equipment and everything else. I mean,
So you got.
it's insane.
Yeah, I think you are right in 3. So you got Selena, this bitch, Freya, and then the whole another core category, machinist.
The one right there, 3. So that's 3 within a year. That's insane.
It is.
And now they got it on the new one where you can't even save up frags to try and do it.
Yeah, I know, man.
You know what I mean? You have to literally only buy the packs, and that's it. Those are your options.
I mean, well, on this one, that's the only option.
But you can't roll, is what I'm saying. You can't, like, if I opened up the 6 stars.
Oh, you want to bet? You want to bet? You know how many times I've rolled to get these? I've already been rolling. I've already been rolling, just rolling the wrong ones.
Yeah, I'm impressed that you got those in line. I don't have a single one. I'm impressed.
I've just been rolling the wrong ones.
Yeah, those aren't very good, but I think you should keep them.
No. I'll be getting rid of. Well, this one I'm going to change to a triple S when I get the enough frags to, or unless I roll it. But these 2 are going to be gone. Yeah, and I'll probably switch it off with long range attack.
Yep, but imagine how long it's going to take to do that, Woody. If you don't, well, what are the odds? I mean, here's the thing: these new players don't understand, like you do, and I don't even understand because when I first started playing, I think the Unworldlies had just came out to where you could actually maybe 6 months into it, 9 months into it, to where you could buy the frags.
Right.
Where you could save up 1,000. I remember when that happened. Whereas we're basically like old times when you first started, to where you can't do that. You literally have to buy them.
Well, yeah, you got to buy them. There's
there's no rolling.
So those purple things for Drum Masters, there is nothing.
Yeah.
You using them all. Like.
Yeah, you can't use the other officers for that.
There's there's no Loreline or freaking Braveheart that you can just freaking farm off of, or like Kingsley. You can't do that with these. But yeah, you got to buy them. Unfortunately, that's unless they drop 2 more and you're only allowed to fit 2.
I'm impressed you got what you got. What's your breakthrough, bro? You're freaking moving along on this. This is the fastest I've ever seen you do an officer. I ain't gonna lie.
Only level 4 though.
Yeah, bro. My breakthrough's level 8, and I don't have any unworldlies.
They're not cheap.
They're not cheap. Ain't. You're buying those limited packs. You're going hog wild.
I bought a couple of those limited, but the first limited pack I did buy them all the hundreds and stuff, just to get that breakthrough broken through. But then now I'll buy like all the way up to 30, and that's it.
Okay, fair enough.
That way I'm not dropping the $100 ones, for the $100 pack.
Yeah, I did the math. It starts getting expensive.
Yeah, and like there's like what 12 frags only for $100. No, thank you.
I did the math. What I'm willing to do is $2 per frag. That's my limit.
Well, so what I did, and it actually helped me out a lot, is when I bought those limited packs after I tiered up once, I used the rest of them. I think there was like 20 or 18. I used the rest of them is when I started rolling, and I rolled each one of these. Each time I rolled, I got these as a first roll.
Yeah, but then you're not going to lock those in, though. I don't see you lock them. I see you rolling everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock them. I lock them in until I decide. Like for say, if I get a triple S on something,
I mean, if you had 3 frags now, would you lock those in, or would you roll them all?
I'd probably roll them all.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what people need to know. Is you would roll all those.
Yeah, because these, even though they're S's right now, they're useless.
Yeah,
They're garbage. You know, they're gonna
absolutely.
like where I'm at right now in the 700s because there's a lot of people that have melee attack. That top one would be good for me, and that is it. Well, maybe that third one. That third one would be good until I get an S or a triple or a double S. But like the top
But you'd
one,
want to take all the opportunities you could get to roll the triple S or double S. You know what I mean, or whatever.
correct. Like I'm not
That's
gonna
what they
use
got.
I'm not gonna use my puzzle pieces to roll it. I don't do that. But
Hell no.
But what if I'm close and like when that special, the limited pack time deals come out and they have them, I just go to 30, grab a couple. If I'm close to that tier, like 10 away from the tier, the next tier I'll get it and tier up, and then use the rest that I get. I don't know, like 10 or 12, and just roll and see what I can come up with. And then when the weekly pack comes by, I tier up and then use that for the breakthrough.
Have you talked about the $2 packs at all?
I seen that. What is up with the 199 freaking officer
Yeah.
packs? You seen that,
That's
right?
$1. Hey, that's $1 for a frag. That's why I said I've been doing the math.
It's $1 a
Dollar
frag.
per frag. That's a good deal.
That is a good deal. You're not
I
lying.
mean, limited packs are like, I think it goes up to like 250, 275 per frag to put it in relation.
Yeah, they're not cheap. I know that.
So that's a killer deal. You can get $1 per frag. That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, but they only allow you like what 20. I think no, not even like 5, but still 5 is better than none.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the average to below average spender that gives them an opportunity. That's all.
Absolutely. Oh, I do need some heals. Going against Polar, you know that's gonna get extreme.
Hey, we changed up ours and we got a good deal now. Finally, God, forever.
I'm still under 100 days heals.
Wow, that's light for you.
Yeah, I'd usually like to go in a void of close to 200 days or for heals.
Damn.
This is
Did
gonna
you
be
recruit? What did you recruit? You only got 17 days. You recruited something.
Yeah, I recruited.
What's your PP now?
355.
Dang, you getting fat.
I've been fat, dude. Like literally, even in real life. I've been fat.
It's the doctor's visit?
No, that just confirmed it. That just confirmed I knew I was fat.
That's freaking hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, so now that blood fucking sugar.
I'm trying to catch you, but god dang, you every time I look up, you're higher.
Here's the thing, dude. I still fight Void hard, too.
Yeah, no, I know you do.
Void potions, I'll tell you what, man. They get...
Well, and you talked about earlier about MRA players losing more troops. Not the case anymore. Just so you know.
Well, because of reductions and stuff?
We don't. When I'm in group battles, Woody, I
well, I'm talking about solo. When I say
hates me for it.
Okay, when I say that, dude, I mean solos.
Yeah, but we're not losing any more than you guys are, to be honest. In solo battles, we're not. And in group battles, Woody, it's sick. I mean, it is.
Oh, I know. You'll lose like 1,000 troops and you're killing them over 1 million.
I lose nothing. I'll lose nothing. It's insane.
I know.
I can show you battles and I lose no troops.
Yeah, but see, a lot of the players here, we're at the point in the game where switching as a 41, 40, 39, even 38 at that point.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
It's
I
just,
agree with you.
We're too invested in what we already have. If I was a 34, yeah, that would be more. That would be idea to switch at that point. Unless you got freaking buku loads of money and you're able to switch everything. It's a different story.
And I'm not saying to switch. I think each nation needs a balance. I think you should have a certain amount of LRA, and I think should have a certain amount of MRA players. You want the perfect balance. To be honest.
And you're not wrong on that.
You both got front line, and one of you's using mid, and one of you's using long range. It's a win-win for both.
I think that was a good thing If you remember Flex Nuts Nation, Flex Nuts was a melee,
Oh yeah.
a fucking strong melee account, and then they had a lot of mid rangers and a lot of long range. So he literally was the meat shield. Like, sure,
Yeah, that's the
sure, yeah,
downfall.
yeah, sure. Everyone spent, still sent the 10,000, shredders or whatnot, or tanks there. But he's literally got 400,000 fucking shredders sitting in there, or not that
That's
many,
the
but you
guy
know
we
what I
all
mean.
love, but we all don't want to be.
Yeah, you don't want to be him, but you don't want to be him, but you don't want to fight him either. Because that battle will go on for freaking 20 minutes.
Oh, remember they used to do that in the mines? That
Oh
was
my god.
funny.
What about when
They go long back.
what about when the planes came out? Remember that one? The battle that lasted 4 hours?
Oh yeah,
Oh my god, right? Like,
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
That
Eh,
people don't know what all the things we had to get through to get to this point.
So,
All the growing pain.
anyone else got any more questions? Concerns? Feel free to, if you want to talk, speak up or speak up. Right now is the best time to talk. Ask questions that you've been wanting to ask.
Yeah, heard your brother got hurt. Is he
Yes,
okay?
he is doing better now. He remembers who he is. He remembers who my mom is. Remembers who I am. He just doesn't remember what happened.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, his memory
So
came back.
he fell from a building?
4-story high balcony.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he went skydiving without a parachute.
Seriously.
Hmm.
I'm glad he's okay. I don't know how that happened, but I mean,
Yeah. So the only thing I can come up with is that I remember that night there was a big thunderstorm, and he either A got home from work, went upstairs, and changed his clothes because they did find his wet clothes on the ground upstairs,
yeah.
and he must have went out there to let a cat in or smoke a cigarette or maybe a joint. I don't know, and slipped and went over. That's the only thing that we can think of. I mean, he doesn't really have any enemies that's going to throw him over. You know what I mean? If it had been down the
Yeah.
stairs, it'd be a different story. Yeah, he slipped down the stairs, but no,
Yeah, but it's a balcony. He had to
yeah,
go up and
like the
over it,
stairs are
right?
30 feet away with no blood on the concrete. Yeah.
Hmm.
Unless someone literally fucking got pissed and threw him over, he slipped and went over. Here's the kicker of everything. He will not and refuses to take any painkillers. So he's trying to
Hmm.
heal underneath all that pain. Like, man,
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
it's
Just
not.
so you know.
It's not. But imagine even trying to move your fingers at that point. Like,
No, for
Probably got like
sure.
every broken bone in his body.
well, not every bone's broken.
I mean, pain was created for a reason. Keep that in mind, so
Yeah,
you know not to keep doing it.
correct. And I do know that your brain, your own body produces its own painkillers, and the more you substitute it with like a Tylenol or a hydrocodone, the less in the future when you do need it, it won't produce it.
Well, plus all the things it does to your inside, all the chemicals and your stomach linings and all the other things it does to you, the addictions that can come out of it. I mean, crazy stuff can happen.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, a simple Tylenol, you can eat your stomach lining up with that. If a lot of people have bad backs and just refuse to go get surgery or get it checked out, so they take Tylenol or ibuprofen nonstop. That just eats away. That's what causes the bleeding ulcers.
Yeah, it's
Be careful with all that stuff.
it's funny that we're talking about that, is because I refuse. I'll take Tylenol or ibuprofen every once in a while. Not much. If I have a slight headache, I'll just I'll deal with it. Unless I have a migraine. Migraines, I'm gonna fucking take whatever I fucking can to make it go away. But I don't like taking pills, and now I'm forced to take it every single day of my life. Is what it is. I'd rather live and not be so fatigued and be able to enjoy life, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm glad to hear that. That's good.
yeah, Yeah. Don't get it wrong. He's still got a long way to recover, but he's doing better. But but I do want to thank everyone that has reached out and showed concern about it throughout the game. My Facebook, Discord. Um, wow, thank you. Um, but we have any?
Is that just the tip?
That
Is that
is,
just the tip that was talking?
yeah. That's
Yeah.
Woody, I'm glad to hear that things are getting a little better. You know,
yeah. This is getting better. Much actually, I think.
So
I
you
did have a
think?
question about your dragons.
Okay.
Do you think that even though they're set up like skins, do you think they might do something like the officer equipment where the different dragons might have different abilities? You
Oh,
know, as far as
absolutely,
their
absolutely, absolutely, 100%. They already show on the first phase they having different abilities at different levels.
yeah. But do you think it'll open up more, kind of like the officer equipment does?
I
You
don't.
know, once you reach those plateaus.
I mean, that's. I honestly, I don't know that, but being that I see level 16 on this one, on the literally the base model one, and that's just phase one, I'm going to say that it will, but we won't know until each one of them until someone opens it up, and it
Yeah.
so on and so forth. Another question would be is, are we able to have multiple? Because it does say that they do stack. So are we able to have like level this one all the way up? But let's say we get this to level 3, but we want this one. Can we level this one up and then pick which dragon we want? But they all the skills, coexist with them.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think.
Well, it looks like they're all different events, so it looks like you'd be able to level them up all simultaneously, is what it looks like.
Well, maybe. And the event that it's going to be, source, is Joyful Marble.
Well, the first one.
Well, if they had, yeah, I think that's going to at least be the one. I think there'll be more events that this is going to be available for versus just one. But what is this Joyful Marble? I think I can. I think we should look up on
Google Drive. Careful what you do. I wouldn't put it on the thing.
No,
Just
yeah,
so
yeah. I'm
you know.
not gonna. I'm gonna put Marble Games. Marble Games.
Hey Woody, I will admit for Polar, I hope that they introduce a new skin soon. If not, I'm not going to spend on it anymore because my Marie skin is getting close to max. So
Yeah. For Polar?
you know what
Oh,
I mean?
those. Yeah. I know what you mean.
So like once Aeon and like Marie's max, I don't see the beneficial value of spending on Polar anymore.
The tickets
Yeah.
help.
Yeah, because
Kind of like
Aeon's
buying
max
speeds,
and Marie's
basically.
like almost level 8.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, but still kind of like buying speeds, and fleet size, speeds, all that's a plus. Instead of burning your own speeds.
So the only kind of I guess I'll bring it over. The only kind of marble games that I can see.
It's Chinese checkers. That's what I was telling you about earlier.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, but I see this marble game, Chinese checkers, is kind of like,
I mean, I'm gonna throw this
not
out here.
the
Campbell is
knockoff
Chinese.
version. Like this would be the knockoff version of Polar, right here. It would be this one.
Yeah, Chinese checkers.
I don't know, marble games. I don't know what they can do. But if it's similar to like the other game that we just got them playing with the cards, I'll enjoy
Mahjong.
whatever you want to call it. I think I'll enjoy that. I'll enjoy that one, but I don't know what this it doesn't I don't know what it is. Not yet.
Just warm up your credit card.
Oh, it's warm. It hasn't fucking cooled off in a while, brother. I think I might need a new one soon. Like,
God, I just paid mine off. I know the feeling.
well, I mean, honestly, I don't have a credit card. I just have a debit card. So if
Hey,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
got,
teach you a secret. Don't do that. Check it out. You know how many free? I'm giving secrets here right now, Woody. Do you know how many free packs I get in a month for my points?
a
My
lot.
credit card allows me to not only use my credit card, but the points that I get for putting it on my credit card, I can redeem those points for packs as well.
Yeah, but when you have an addicted personality such as me, um,
Yeah.
Kitten
Hey.
says Plinko. Yeah, I could see them doing that, the Plinko thing.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
if you have an addicted personality such as myself, with a credit card, that's very dangerous for me. That's was one of the
Yeah, but
reasons why.
everybody who plays this game has an addictive
Right, but
personality. Come on.
at least for me, the way I do it with my debit card is once I'm out of money, I'm out of money. You know what I mean?
Well, then get you a credit card with a limit. Put a limit on there. Just limit yourself. You can do
Yeah,
that.
$20,000 limit, gone in one
No,
day.
don't do that. Tell your credit card company cap you at $2,000 or something. You know what I mean? That way you don't get crazy.
They wouldn't do that. That's the thing. I try to get a
They
credit.
will. That's not true.
I try to get a credit card before, and they seen that I made over 100,000 a year, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the least that we can do for you is 20 grand." I'm like, "Yeah, that ain't happening. My ass will
That's
fucking blow
funny.
that in a week."
But I bet you I get. I mean, honestly, 75. More than that. Probably 100, $150 a month in packs for free.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, because I like think about it
I'm
as like
just
flyer
saying.
miles kind of deal, but buyer miles.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, I don't fly anywhere per se, but I use the money for packs. Just kind of cool. Just throwing
Fraggle,
it out there.
Fraggle from um 1176. They got a card game from Whiteout Survival. Don't let them talk you into game depth. Oh, we are all past that point. We are all past that point. No, I won't go depth wise. If I have it, I'll use it. If I don't have it, I'm not using it. That's how I'm 45. I'm 44 years old. That's how I've always done my life. If I have it, cool. If I don't have it, I don't need it. Imagine taking on a
Sure.
fucking $50,000 freaking credit card loan just on a fucking game. Sorry,
Well, it's no different than
dude. I
if you
know, but I'm
buy
making a
your
point. I'm making a point. I'm making a point.
if you buy the blue coins. You've seen where you can do Amazon, it gives you a choice for Amazon to Sorry, I laugh every time I see it. I buy them on Amazon so you don't get double charged. I'm sure I don't want to create that whole issue, but it's happened to a lot of
Oh
people.
yeah.
But that being said, I buy them on through PayPal, the blue coins that way. But it gives me a choice every time I do it to if I want to spread the payment out 0% for 3 payments or something. I just laugh.
Yeah, sure.
Like no,
I just
no
dropped
thanks.
2,500 today.
Yeah, no thanks. There's a lot of people who do it. You'd be surprised.
Oh, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that, man.
Imagine owing Amazon 25 grand or something silly.
Oh, they'd be happy as hell, dude. They'd be like, "Hey, when are you gonna pay us back?" Never. No, I'm joking. Always pay your bills, guys.
Joke's on you.
Yeah. Guys, always pay your bills. Always. Always pay your bills. Oh, this must have reset today. What do I
Did?
have? Yeah.
It didn't reset.
Let me
Oh
see
man.
see what I have. I guess I have to go into the officers and see what I have. Which one's close?
Damn it.
I know, right? It's a burden.
It is. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh. Ooh, man. Yeah, I'm
Now's when you need that credit card.
Fuck you. I guess I'm just gonna get a bunch of these and just hold on to them. Yeah, I just hold on to that. Get some more later on when I'm not live.
Get your bio. Get your bio over there. You're killing me with that. Get that free bio.
That one right there? You mean the
There
one
you go.
that?
Get that bio. Get that bio. There it is.
Hold on, I gotta get this, or else it'll drive me crazy.
Oh, you free ones, the two little. Oh no. What are you doing? Where's all your bio at? That's all the bio you got?
What? No, it's the free.
86K?
It's the free 100.
No, you only got 86K.
Oh, I've been upgrading them from here.
Oh, you don't have max zombies? I thought you had 400K max zombies.
No, I'm
I thought for sure you
close.
did.
I'm close. I have 376,000.
Oh wow, I would honestly. I thought you for sure you'd have them. I know you use them a lot in battles, though.
Yeah, I use them on everything, everything. Versus some people, they won't even use them. Like, why not?
Yeah, they never click that defend button. Although I will say I do love it when it's a defend button and when they are sending out troops. They think they hid their fleet and they left their zombies on defend.
Well, okay. So this is a top. Okay, so this depends. That depends. Okay, if you're a 36, do not. I repeat, do not have your zombies defending. If you're a relatively strong 41 with a lot of BP, yeah, have them defending because then they're not gonna. Not a lot of them are gonna die. Like, but
Yeah, but imagine the people that think they can hide their troops and then they leave it on defend,
oh my
and they
god,
don't
yeah.
send out. I've got so many that way.
Oh,
I feel so bad for them.
I have too. I have too. But still, it's those people that a C-34 they have them defending, and it's like, what are you doing? You just lost all your zombies.
That is so expensive.
They are so expensive, dude. I have 106, 176. No, I got
Yeah.
87,000.
You got 87, bro. I got 4 million bio. I've been saving.
Suck a dick.
I have.
You saving for
I got
14s?
Yes, sir. I'm hoping to get maybe 8 to 10 million bio by the time it comes out.
I had or uranium. I had 800,000 uranium, but then I'm thinking to myself, well, what if? What's going to be the next building that comes out? You know what I mean? To get to the next level.
Probably embassy and that the market, the thing next to the market up there.
This right here,
That one.
the depot.
Yeah, depot.
That's what. So
Embassy.
it was a building.
Embassy.
It was a building event, and I'm like, well, it's either going to be the hospital or the freaking
Both.
or
It's
the
gonna be both.
depot. So I was like, I
It's
got
gonna
it.
be both.
I don't want to be that person that's behind because I didn't upgrade my hospital or my depot. So I was like, fuck it, and I just used it all and just did it. You know, you
You
know
think they'll raise the scout building? That's the other one I wondered about.
why would they? What
I
else
mean,
can
there's so much new stuff out. That's why.
what else can they? What no? I mean,
New dragons coming out. We got all sorts of crap. What are you talking about?
if they release if they made it
You
to where
can't see
you
unworldlies on there.
listen
You can
it,
see
right,
unworldlies.
but
There's all
what
sorts of stuff you can scout.
that's what I'm talking about. If they release a better scout than what they have already, people can counter everyone, and it would just kill the game. It would kill the game. Oh yeah,
Who's going to do that? No one's going to flip flop
you,
thousands of
you,
frags.
Ronaldo,
I
Lee
mean,
God.
I mean, to a point. Not. I mean, if you're again, you're worried about the 0.0001 percenters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Play for the 99.999. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong at that, but still, I hit you. You realize they're in GC, so I hit a 37, a C-37 with my Titans, or no, without my Titans. Without my Titans, I take that back. And K hit him too without his Titans, both of us, and we couldn't win.
What?
A 37. And the thing is
Get out of here.
I'm dead serious, and I couldn't understand why, and I still
So
can't.
what happened?
I'll get the report. I think it's.
But you had a plane. What plane did you send with it? Did you send it like your last plane
Well,
with it?
He defended with his zombies. He defended with his zombies, and he had a lot of them.
I don't know if it was this guy.
Yeah, but a 37 still.
Yeah, me and Kay.
Let me see the report. Wait, let me see what troops you sent. You sent
I sent
13. You didn't send a lot of front line. No, no, it's 30K. That's still decent. But why did you send snipers? What am I missing?
because what I had. This was towards the end of GC.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's half the problem. And look, he's sending just front line.
Yeah.
You sent snipers.
Yeah.
That's why you lost.
But I mean, only against 1.3.
Yeah, but he would have sent back line as well. Like
Yeah,
if he would have sent EMPs or something.
Yeah,
or
but 1.3
cannons,
million troops. But he was mid range.
Well, yeah. Hey, you got to give it hats off to the mid range.
I will, and you know what it is that there was literally only one type of mid range or long range.
What was his front line versus mid range? So they got some little Alex. That don't make sense.
Exactly. Like when it was happening, I'm like, why? Why this is the how?
Play the battle. Like, can you still play the battle or no?
Yeah.
Damn, you got smoked.
Yeah.
I just think you guys. If one of you would have taken cannons, bro, you would have killed them.
All right, who's
If you had
snoring?
cannons instead of snipers,
Who's
Yeah,
snoring?
who's asleep?
Who's snooping?
that's funny. I love it when you log off after everybody leaves and there's like 3 players on there for till tomorrow.
Someone's snoring. It might be Light Show that's snoring.
I'm gonna call Lee got off. Your last podcast, Lee, I was on there
No,
for
I'm
10
wide
hours.
awake.
Oh, then it's Holbrook.
It could be Holbrook.
Holbrook.
Oh, that's funny.
Holbrook. Yeah, he's probably out.
Click buy now.
I'll mute him just for now, just so in case he starts talking in his sleep. I'll unmute him after. Because it's always someone. It's always someone. No, I can't mute.
And he only had 1.3 million troops, bro. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't.
Quit.
Even though we didn't send no Titans at all,
I would quit.
we should have been able to win that one, especially like
the
stats.
Even if you sent just front line, I would have thought you'd have won, to be honest.
Yeah.
And he sent a lot of tanks too. That's crazy.
Yeah, he did. A lot of tanks.
Now the whole attacking with Axemen there, that's kind of weird, but hey, all good.
It was one of those. He's probably seen me starting to lose the battle, so he just sent for help.
Yeah, he didn't click a save fleet. He just sent the fleet.
We attacked.
He
We attacked somebody in GC.
Yeah.
And it was a C-37, C-38.
37.
It's like the same situation. It was the same situation, except the zombies. He had like 350,000 zombies. And there was like 15 of us and we couldn't do it. And we were sending like regular fleets. And it was because he had so many zombies.
Well,
and he had Brave Star.
This guy didn't have that many zombies.
No, he didn't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you all lost. I'm just dumbfounded on that one.
What, 72,000? That's all you had.
That just shows you how bad snipers are. I mean, I'm trying to be nice as I can be right now.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Now, the real question is, when the new ones come out one day, will they be as bad?
It didn't used to be like that, though, right?
No, snipers used to be overpowered. They were amazing. I loved them. Mm-hmm. Then they changed it, and no longer.
Yeah, they nerfed them.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
So this whole change is October time frame?
We don't have any idea. We don't know what change you're talking about.
Like roughly?
If based on history, yes, within a month there or a month after or before, but most likely after.
That's 5.5
just off history, so you never know. I would tell you to save.
Yeah. Right about 5.5 million, from my understanding.
I was told. I mean, I know somebody said that, but I was thinking closer to 7 million.
I was thinking more closer to 9 million.
Now, keep in mind, an MRA player and an LRA player are two different. An LRA player needs the full max available, and an MRA player only needs one level.
Like I said, I was thinking more towards 9 million to get to.
MRA will rule for probably anywhere for 2 to 8 weeks until they catch up with the available, uranium.
Yeah.
Because they'll be the quickest ones to get all the new, T-14 rockets will be amazing.
Yeah, but when the EMPs
everybody's going anyways right now.
No, not necessarily.
I'm looking forward to them.
So when the EMPs,
I just feel like
go ahead.
Never mind. Go ahead.
I think when these EMPs come out.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
Remember? Now I'm going to go back in history now.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. So remember your 338 days. Remember, it was a long time ago. We all hated it when they came out 41. War was coming to an end. But that being said, before it came out, we had EMPs and you had rockets, and the rockets were C-36, which were T-12s. Right?
Yeah.
Versus T-12 EMPs, which was at 38. So you literally had 2 city levels different. And if you took similar stats, that freaking rockets guy just obliterated because the rockets had a longer range and they would just target the EMPs with their ability, and they would just snap them and just kill them. Whereas the EMPs focused on the front line with a little bit of splash. You know what I mean? And the rockets are, dude, it's going to be brutal, Woody.
I
It's going
thought
to
the
be brutal.
rockets couldn't attack the cannons if the
They
shredders are
can't.
alive. So if
They
you've got the
can't. But the EMPs they can reach, not the
I
cannons. They
know.
can reach the EMPs, and the
So that was the
T-14
reason
can
why they were
reach.
using the T11 cannons, not
Correct.
the EMPs.
Correct. But now a T-14 rocket to a T-13 cannon is not going to work. Take a T-11 cannon to a T-12 rocket. The T-12 rocket wins all day. So you know what I mean? So I'm using the same equation: T-14 rocket to a you know what I mean, 13 cannon. Even though T-13 cannons are amazing and we love them, they're just
Maybe
not
they'll
going
give
to work.
the shielder a little bit of a love package.
Oh,
Yeah, but you got to be a freaking 44 to get that. You're back to that 7 million uranium or more, like what he's
I'm
talking to
thinking
get
9,
that.
dude. I'm thinking 9. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking
And
9.
that's. I mean, I don't know if me and Woody did the. You know, I don't know. A lot of you who aren't from T38 to
Are you guys
41, but
already there?
we spent a fortune.
At
No,
40,
I'm not. I'm not close.
no, not even close. I'm not even at a million yet.
Yeah, nah. I've
I
got
just,
all my buildings
I
prepped,
know
and I got
they,
a million saved.
I know that from 38 to 41, I bought every single uranium I could possibly find, and even like the advanced, so on and so forth. I went hard on, and that was 20 G's in 3 months.
Yeah, it was
So
ungodly.
like
And you get just troops for
now you
that.
got players like Ronaldo and Lee God and stuff like that they already have it. Like
Yeah,
they
look
never
at they're
stop
going
buying.
full pop.
Yeah, they never stop buying uranium. Like they never slow
But
down.
an MRA player only needs C42 to get rockets. One level to get rockets.
One level
Keep
to
that
get
in mind.
rockets. That's true.
Whereas you need
Yes,
3 levels to get
but if
EMP.
but you're getting shredders. You're getting shredders. So if you beef up the shredders, then you use the
No, you
same
won't get
cannons. You use
shredders.
the
You won't get
T13
shredders
cannons.
until
42.
43.
42.
43 is
Mm.
shredders.
No, 42.
40.
42.
No,
40. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
no.
33. Yeah, 43. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't. I don't
So
understand.
based off
I would
history,
think. I
43
would
should be
think
shredders
40.
and should be zombies. Based off history.
So you go. So to understand the history of it is like you got to go and see if you remember how many levels it took to wrap around to get back into like the cannons. Um, let's see, we got cannons back at C36, and then the next level was C41. Yeah, C41.
Yes. Yes. The
So
T11, if you look up there, T11 was cannons. If you click it, you'll
yeah,
see it. It's the same exact troop you have there.
yeah,
Tanks and cannons.
we got that at
Yeah, but wouldn't
C36.
42 be T?
And then T12 is when we got shredders and you
So
got zombies.
so 43 would be the
Shredders and
shredders
zombies.
and zombies. Yeah.
Right.
So the zombies
And those
might.
shredders can be awesome
So
too.
what happens when the
Are you sure? Because look, the
Yes.
tank, the tank is 40. Death cannon is at 40. Okay, so you go up one
We
more.
won't get tanks this time. We will not have
Yeah,
tanks.
you'll get shredders.
Right.
It'll be like
It'll be
something
shredders were
demon tank
37.
or demon
Shredders were
shredder rather.
37 and 38 was the MPs. So it's going to be one less.
Go
You
back,
following the
Woody.
math?
Go back.
So yeah, okay. So 41 is nothing. 42 is nothing, and then
Mm-hmm.
43
Well, no,
is
no,
the
no, not
tank
unless you're MRA player.
and the bike.
If you're MRA player, you get rockets.
Oh well, yeah. I'm talking about the factory.
until they nerfed the
Hey,
rockets.
you stop being negative over
Hey,
it,
hey,
man.
hey! We got one of our troops nerfed. It's your turn. We got our
We got
sniper.
them nerfed too.
Yeah, we
What are
got
you
our
talking
snipers.
about?
We got our snipers nerfed.
You just be prepared for my T14 rockets. Oh, ecstatic. Hey, you get them
Hey,
shredders and those T14 rockets? Oh my gosh. It's going to be brutal. You better hope for a nerf. That's all I can say. For all you LRA players, you better pray to the camel gods that they nerf them. Because it's going to be
so
ugly.
the machinists. Do you think they're going to come out with one, or do you think they're going to come out with 6?
Well, it'll be 2 for sure.
Yeah, there'll be 2
Yeah.
for
Already
sure.
there.
I think there'll be 3 eventually.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there'll be 3 directors, 3 strategy, 3 machinists.
Sure would be nice for that strategy. That would change the game.
Well, that's what the dragon's
Yeah,
for.
that's why I was telling you. That's what I was telling you.
Dragons
More
are
hybrids are coming.
the officer equipment on the strategy is the one I really want to know because that could be a fleet increase, a massive one.
I think Retap, what you were talking about the officer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm asking that question because I'm with Tip on this. Like, if you are going to come out with a strategy officer and what the equipment's going to look like, it's probably going to be fleet expansion. And the
Oh
more they do
yeah.
fleet expansion, the more like having the fatter the fleet you have, the more it makes sense that you're like 1900 MRA, 1900 LRA. You know, like you don't need to be 2100 or 2200 or 23.
Well,
You
What
just
if
need
I'm
to
already
be
there?
heavy.
well, the problem is Camel allowed everyone to get too fat already. So
Hey
now
now.
Yeah.
it is true.
Hey now. Fat lives matter.
I know that. Trust me, I know.
So my point is like you get a huge big fat fleet size. What's going to keep your mid range up faster or longer? Like having a stronger backline.
So
You know, like so you can protect your Titans. So
Well,
I
here's
could
the
see
difference.
if you.
Rockets, you got to understand how the troop works itself. So your
Yeah,
rockets, the EMPs can't reach rockets. You
yeah, yeah,
understand what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Yeah,
So
I do.
they're only
Yeah.
getting that means the only option that an LRA player has they will have to add cannons to allow their EMPs to last longer. I'm teaching you stuff here.
yeah,
Yeah. What?
But
I already know
when
that.
you
I already know
balance
that.
it,
the cannons will
the
meet
problem
shield
is if you
for.
split them too much, you'll lose your strength and your main your main battle troop. So it just makes it so hard to do it. And with the one shot power that the Rockets have, it's gonna be brutal. You're looking at one shot
Yeah,
to
but
kill
you.
whatever you put side by side with them.
But we're talking about something different, though. I'm talking about like having a mixture of like cannons, maybe like let's say you got 2,000 EMPs just for the sake of having like a filler, you know, for the
like
crit hit
a meat
of
shield.
the mid range. Yeah. And then you have pretty good cannons, and then you've got pretty good rockets. So instead of
You're talking
being
about if you're a
like,
mid range player?
I'm talking about like a hybrid, like the fatter the fleet,
Well,
Man,
I see
I
more
don't like the
hybrids.
so
hybrid.
you
I don't like the
can't
hybrid. Because you're,
you
yeah,
can't
go ahead,
you,
Woody. I'll let you.
so you can't if you go hybrid, you can only go one way hybrid. It's going to have to be melee attack and long range or mid range attack. You can't do all 3 because there's just not enough points to withstand the amount of damage that the other person's going to take by doing that.
You're watering
Yeah,
yourself down too
Yeah,
much.
and
no, I
that's
understand that, but like, why have melee attack? Why not mid
well
range attack and long range attack?
because
There is a player. His name is Mental. He's in 495. He has that build. It's a great build, but the problem is his melee HP is only like 1900 because of it.
well, and on top of that,
So
how do you
once you
Yeah,
kill his front
okay.
line,
on top of
that's
that
a wrap.
how do you how do you get the long range troops and the mid range troops the amount to be able to do what the hybrid account can do without having a front line? You see what I mean?
Right.
Like you're
So
taking the
you have
troops.
a
Sacrifice
fatter,
something.
you have. Well, that's why I'm saying the fatter the fleet size, the more you can manipulate the fleet. You know,
Yeah, but the other guy's
that's all
gonna
I'm
have a
saying.
fatter fleet too.
Yeah,
It goes both ways.
yeah, it goes both ways. Like if you're attacking like a someone that doesn't have as big as a fleet, then yeah, I can see that working. But if you're attacking someone just as strong as you like our main concern even now is having a heavy front line to be able to withhold that attack. If you start putting a lot of mid-range and long-range troops into her, now you have no front line. And even with this troop expansion for the dragon, they're going to add more to their backline, so they're going to eat that front line even faster. That's the problem with having that kind of a hybrid. Like a hybrid such as melee attack is that, well, you've already forced yourself to put a heavy front line. So not only is it defending and staying alive, it's also killing a lot as well. It might not
Yeah.
kill as much as the back line is or the mid range is, but it's killing a lot more than not having any melee attack is.
How valuable is that last plane
Very,
evolution?
very. This you're talking about for the lab? This one right here?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Extremely
everything.
important. Dude, this is yeah. This is everything.
That's
I
huge.
mean-
There's only one other place you can get that now, and that just came out not too long ago.
Yeah, this
Officer?
is no the equipment.
Yes.
Yeah,
Equipment,
officer
equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Those two
Yeah, yeah.
things are just unbelievably important.
so if you don't have this done maxed out and your officer equipment maxed out, having melee attack does nothing for you. That's just me being real. It does nothing.
So you notice it quite a bit
Mhm.
when you got this maxed out. Like you felt
Huge
felt
difference.
OP.
Huge difference, dude.
Huge.
Imagine killing 100,000 and then with this you kill 300,000. That kind of a difference.
Mhm.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
Imagine well, you know, this
Everybody raced to get that for a reason.
imagine this report right here. Me killing 4.4 million troops with just Axemen. Well, 2.7 of that was just my Axemen.
You're such a bully.
I am.
I'm so gonna do it.
Now,
Mm.
yeah, that's, and I know a lot of people they don't mess with the reduced damage taken from melee, but for like a player such as mine, and with playing with a lot of people with heavy melee attack, it's very important for me to have that at 85.5% versus the other people in like
Is 105.5 cap?
yeah, 105.5 is cap.
Well, yeah. Okay.
No,
Yeah, that is.
yeah, that's cap.
That is.
This is
That
not
is.
cap.
That
No,
one.
increased
You
damage.
can go another
melee.
5% there.
Yeah,
What are you slacking?
whatever. I'm trying to. I'm trying to
would
even
you-
out my middle. I'm trying to even my middle out right now.
Do you save components? Would you save components for that, or would you focus on leveling up the first green ones to level 30?
On the plane.
Yeah.
There are
Like if you
key
had a
ones that you
choice.
should do.
So if I
Yeah, like
remember-
the first 6.
So these have some
Well,
good.
you also have to understand, Woody, explain to him what's active and passive and all that stuff. Halo, you know what I mean?
You're killing me. So with this right here, like you look at the green ones, and they all have certain things that they take. Like this right here increases your attack for long range troops. This does for the melee troops. I wouldn't really worry about this one right here until you're wanting to change your build to like hybrid, if you want to do that. But long range, this is something you want to max out as soon as you can.
Yeah.
As soon as you can. And then obviously.
But I guess I asked that question of like, if you had the choice, would you just save the components? Like, let's say you're close to that last skill.
I see what you mean. You mean
Would you just save it, or would you?
Well, yeah.
You know?
If you're close to this last skill, I would save everything you have to get this one done.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't even fuck with these until this one's done. Like I had majority of these still at like 26, 27, 25, and I went straight to 30 on this one because this one's so important.
Yeah. Okay.
The one next to it's nice
And-
too.
Yeah, this one's nice.
The one that's I was gonna say the one. Would you waste the blueprints to get it to 30, or would you just get it all the way to 20 and then stop and then progress?
I would get both of these maxed out first. And if you're at this far, get those maxed out and then jump to the purples. Like
Yeah, the disruptor on there is huge.
yeah, and this one's huge too. Even though I'm fell a little bit behind in those.
Now, I will say this, Woody. I'll throw this out there. The little minion guys are good for group battles.
Well, I mean, these are
Call 'em?
your this is a secondary restorable front line right here.
Yeah.
You know, it allows 2
You
hits.
go into a 70-man hit, that's a huge deal.
Yeah. I mean, without question, that's like if you got blue and you're focused on blue right now, and you haven't made purple, that's what you want to max out as soon as you can. Is this one right here, the golem?
The hard justification is the blueprints. You know, like I'm being super stingy on it because of the blueprints.
Blueprints, they suck, dude. I'm not gonna lie, they
Mm-hmm.
suck. But with that being said, going into this, the monthly packs, I mean,
Blech.
they're kind of garbage, but you're not gonna really get them anywhere else.
Well, they didn't used to be in there. It's a killer deal there.
Well, no, they've been in here for a while. Been in
They
here
didn't
for
I'm
used to
noticing
be.
what you just did. Can you go back to that last screenshot? You see, you had them all numbered in
Oh, this one.
priority of like, yeah, but you didn't have like the last gold ones updated
This
like in
wasn't.
there.
This isn't my screenshot. This is light shows. It's because
Okay.
they haven't made
Is it
they haven't made it down here yet. Once they
so?
get them
Would you
all,
prioritize all of those as one,
well,
and then go back through? Would you say that this is pretty legitimate?
well, I have. Hold on, I have my own that I go by. Right here.
Someone else posted that. Someone else posted that, Woody. I was more asking if it's good, bad.
Oh, someone else posted that. Okay, let me see.
Yeah.
This is. That's good. That's good. That's good.
See, they put as one being priority or one being the least priority.
Yeah,
Most
one
priority.
is your
Most priority.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is good. But once they
Yeah,
open up
no,
those,
the 17, 18 makes sense.
but once they open up those golds, those bottom two are going to be most priority. So this is This is good priority until you get down to the bottom, and then once you get down to that bottom, all of it goes out the window, and you can just focus on those bottom two.
And I'll point out that the actual playing level matters too. Just food for thought. All this lab is great, but when your plane is dead, doesn't do you any good.
What level plane do you need to be in order to go to 30?
Oh God, I think that was 40. I think 40.
Yeah.
42, 41. It's right around there.
Yeah, it's right around in there. Yeah, that's been a long time.
But what really matters is your modification, because these open up as you modify. So if you don't have these modified, at least it doesn't matter what your level is at that point.
Yeah, that's well. If I'm trying to race to 30, I don't want to be stopped, and I'm not 30. I think I'm like level 37.
Yeah, you gotta get
so
plane level.
Yeah.
I'll say that your modification, you'll have that done before you get to the level upgrade, and that's just being real right there, because the amount that you have to do to get there up there, dude, is so much, dude. Like a lot.
At level 55 was a grind. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like you're talking about a year's worth of just buying almost every pack, and those plane packs are not cheap at all.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, I would focus on the lab. Definitely the lab and in the evolution itself. I'm happy you asked that question, honestly.
Yeah, I'm like really close. I'm like I can do a thing, but then again, I don't want to just do it and then boost one. I'm tempted to just do it and then get it to level 20, because when you get all these skills to level 20, it just takes components. It just requires components.
Right.
I would take everything up to 20, which is probably, it was 18 or 20. I can't remember what level starts needing blueprints. Is it
20?
Is it 20? So I would take them both. If you were on those final two tiers and you have open, I would take them both to 20 and then focus on the damage to 25. You know what I mean, or whatever, and kind of judge it from there.
He said damage.
Get the lab or get the evolution completed is what you're saying, and then go back to 25 or whatever, and then finish the XP,
Yeah,
and
because
then
you
go
want to
back through
balance
and
it.
cap
Like
it.
even when you build these stuff, you want to balance it because one level of a level 30, you might be able to do 2 levels on the other one. You know what I mean? That's just something I always paid attention to.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
What is my benefit per cost?
So I think J Dog has
Yep.
I think J Dog has a very good point down here. Plane's overrated, besides the top 4%. So these right here, these two right here, and the disruptor, very important. Very important. If you can get those maxed out, and the golem. At that
I
point,
think he's saying the top 4% of the players.
no, I'm saying. Well, he might be saying, but what I'm saying is, like, these are kind of overrated. And let me explain. I've seen so many people with gold planes at being such a low city level that they're still losing because their office they went backwards. Is what I'm saying. Like, they went to the gold plane and didn't even fuck with their officers or their titans.
You gotta balance everything.
Yeah. Well, I would say
Don't
officers.
race one
Yeah.
without the other.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Like my
It's
Titans are like 37, and my plane is 37, and then I do 38, and then I'll do the other one 38. I'll do the other one 38.
That's good.
Like,
That's the way you should do it.
I mean, I'll never have a gold plane.
you never know. You might.
Yeah, first tier purple or whatever it is.
Just take some time.
The cheapest way is the exchange program. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, I know. I just don't buy anything for the plane.
So, like,
Find some idiot.
if you do plan on like leveling something up, don't try to be the person that levels everything up at once. For instance, if you're going to focus on your officers first, and when you're focusing on your officer, only buying stuff for your officers, and that is it. Next month, if you want to focus on Titans, just buy stuff just for the Titans. Leave the officers alone. And that way, you're able to better spread your money out throughout the game to make it stronger versus, oh, I just spent $100 on officers, $300 on Titans, $500 on a plane, and now I'm not even that strong. So like focusing on one area at a time is huge.
I still tell you though, you look at the pack costs. The best, the bang for your buck. Usually, the first 2 or 3 packs is the best bang for your buck.
It is, and it always will
Keep that
be.
in mind.
It always will be. Like even in the gift box, and I hate to say it, even like the first 2 packs, I would say 2 packs, not the third one, but 2 packs in the gift box are decent. Once you get to that third one, now you're paying double.
Yeah. I mean, that's $5, Woody. Go back to the gold thing, for example, since that was easy math.
$5
you get
for 2,
7
4,
frags
6,
for $5.
7. Yeah. Okay, so that's 7 for
What's
that
the
one in
next
there,
one?
and then
Yeah,
hold on. It's 7
Oh,
in
you
the
want
gift
variable.
box.
It's in
Hold
the
on.
weekly.
Look
Not that. It's not in the monthly. It's in the weekly.
Yeah, the weekly. You're right. My bad. Damn, I already bought them all.
You got ratted you out. Yeah, but look at the cost. What does it cost? The other one's what, $1.25 per one? What does that come out to?
A lot.
You know what I mean?
3, 6. A lot. A lot.
It's 15, and 15 is 45 plus 12, 13, 14. I don't know, 60, something like that. So that's $1 a lot more.
$1 a lot more. I like the way that sounded. $1 a lot more.
It's more expensive. I ain't doing the math. It's too goddamn late. But it is more cost effective. The first 3 packs and everything are a better deal no matter what you're buying. I don't care what it is. And the gift box is always more expensive, of course.
Yeah. But, guys, you got to remember one thing. You don't need to buy everything at once. The people that are buying everything at once, they're spending the extra money to get there faster than you. And now they're at the point, like most likely right now as we speak, they're at the point where they're at a wall. Now they're waiting, and now you're catching up.
A lot of truth in that.
If I waited, if I waited when 41 came out and just did it, the first 3 packs here and there, I probably would have only spent $5 grand versus 20 grand, but it would have took me a year late. It'd take me a year to get there.
Or if you had started buying first 3 packs a year
Then it would
before
have. Then it would have
41
cost.
was announced,
It would have probably cost me 50,000 at that point.
50,000. What are you talking about?
I'm fucking with you, dude.
I was like, what are you talking about? Your math's way off.
Yeah.
It would have been the same expense, but you'd have done it over time. It would have been cheaper.
Yeah.
The problem is, no one wants to buy packs for a year and a half while you wait, where you don't see the benefit per se if you put that money elsewhere. That's where the dilemma comes in.
Yeah. It's all fun. It's all fun to get to 41 as soon as possible, to be that top guy, being able to kill everyone, this and that. But just remember, once they catch up and they might get stronger than you, guess who's the target then? Ta-da.
There's always somebody bigger too.
Always someone bigger. Always. You know what's funny? And this is something that I keep trying to tell people a lot. Is like in these uranium mines, right? So this guy, we'll just put, no, I can't even use it because that's got my lower line. This guy right there, he knocked me out, right? My stats here is only 2081, right? Melee HP 2021, right? But in Void, and I don't have Siege, but in Void, and we'll just go.
You do have Siege.
That's not the right
You
word.
do have Siege.
I do have what?
You have Siege.
Oh, Panda.
Yeah, so you have to count for that.
I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you're all right.
Well, you're going to be 40% higher in attack on all your stuff.
I'm much more than that, I think.
I mean, you can go to officer and you can go identify it. You know.
Trying to find one with my Titans and stuff on it. You know, I just go back to the one I put in GC chat.
To stop attacking everybody with just Axemen, maybe you'd see it. And then look at that, Axemen.
Shh, don't say that.
I swear I'm doing it.
But yeah, that, and then right there, so I got my Titans and everything else in there now. And that's literally.
What was your melee HP before?
Remember that? 2134. 2134. 2134. $20.58.
Yeah, but you might have had a boost in there too, like a 15 or you know what I mean?
When we hit that guy, we didn't have any of the towers.
Yeah, but you might have had a percentage boost. Like
there's a possibility that I might have had a buff on during there and not here. Because I'm not going to use all my buffs. My buffs.
Yeah, you're not going to use your buffs in the mines. Unless you're really mad at somebody.
Yeah.
It's like popping Aeon in the mines.
Well, I did a couple days ago. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's funny.
This guy pissed me off, so I took his shit.
That's funny.
But I didn't.
No, you're using 100k more troops too. Look at you.
I didn't use. Actually, I didn't use my Aeon. No, I didn't.
Well, no, you just took 100k more troops.
Was it 100k?
Yeah.
No.
Close to it. Close to it.
It was.
What are you talking about? That's 55?
70,000. Yeah, you got a point there. But I whooped him with 339 still.
Well, yeah, I bet you did with 70k more.
But then he whooped me here when I only had my lore line here.
Oh, no, that's funny.
With just Axeman. He whooped me there.
No, there's your Axeman. So you're doing it in the mines too. I do it in the mines, but
I just sent. I was like, whatever. I don't even care. Like,
have you done it in Void?
Oh yeah. I've done it in Void. You're gonna make me look for the report.
It'd be neat to pop them. It'd be neat to run Axemen with Aeon in Void. That'd be cool.
If it's like, if I'm like hitting someone that's like a 34, you know, like a 35, 36, 37, I won't even make a free. I'll just send, right? But if it's like a 41, 40, 39, possibly a good strong 38, I'm using a fucking proper fleet. Like,
of course.
But those little guys, you know,
Hey,
That
did you see on for farmers? Let me go ahead and warn the farmers now. I don't know the people that did or did not see it. So when I saw the dragon came out, I went to Facebook AOZ to see if they gave any insight on it. And right below it, two sections below it, Camel had asked what are everybody's thoughts about losing resources in Frenzy.
that
I
would
was like,
be
ooh,
that would.
ooh.
Wait. Camo asked that.
Yeah, it's below. You keep going. You're about to see it. It's not there. It was an actual pop. Like you have a big section there. It's its own just deal. It's scroll down. It's down there. Keep going. It was the first. It was right below before the dragon came out. The very first time dragon came out. I saw it yesterday. There it is. It's below that one. That's when it first popped, and it's below here, just a hair below. It was a big title. Keep going. Keep going. Right. Stop. Stop. Go back up. Keep going up. I think it was my. Is either that one or the one below it? Stop. That's Woody. So go down. It's below that one. Below that one. Here, City Me. Keep going. There. Is that it?
No, that's that new event.
Okay. That's not it. It's keep going. It's there. You'll see it.
But Camel asked it, huh?
Camel asked it. They said, "What do you guys think?" There. Is that it? Global Conquest? No, not global.
Oh, that's me.
Damn it! I saw it. Yeah. When I saw it, I was shocked. I couldn't believe I saw it. I was like, "Wow, they're really considering giving us." What if they took it off?
I would be more interested in being able to take
I'll see
uranium.
if it's in mine. I've got it in my Facebook. I'll show it to you.
I would be more interested in them sharing uranium during Frenzy.
They're not going to do uranium. You know that.
I
Come
mean,
on.
if they're talking about if they made Frenzies where you can steal uranium only in that event, you know how active Frenzy's going to be versus the way it is now, where they're like, I ain't gonna do Frenzy, fuck that.
Well, how many people do we see that just bubble, or I'm sorry, that drop their bubble and hide their troops? And me and you and Void, we love that.
Oh yeah,
But in
yeah.
Sandy, we can't get anything, so it's going to prevent them from doing that.
Wait, right here? No, never mind.
I'm finding it right now. I know it's in here because when I read it, I mean, it caught my eye because I was like, "Oh shit, badass!"
I think
I'm in.
uranium. The only thing I would like if it was uranium.
They're never going to do uranium because people would quit the game. You know that.
No, people just play smarter.
No, they would. You first time you lose 100K uranium, you're going to be pissed.
Fuck yeah, I would. Fuck yeah.
I mean, you would be really
Yeah,
upset.
yeah. I'm not seeing
I
it in
can't
there,
say
dude.
that enough. Dude, they took it off.
No, I found it. 1 second.
You found it?
Nice.
Post that
Yeah.
shit in here. What are you making me think I'm going crazy?
Now that's what that's what I'm talking about. That's what I like about my fans.
No, it's in here, David. I'm searching that because when I saw it, I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Oh, is that it?"
That's Halpole. That's the meme director.
Age of Origins. Age of Origins is the post. What are
That's
your
not the
thoughts?
that's yeah.
No. You
Yeah, I
have to
see.
click the more. Click see more. Click see more, and then post it.
No, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So what do you? Yeah. Yep. Exactly. That is Age of Origins that posted that. That is not a player. What are your thoughts? Right there, Woody. Should you be allowed to take resources during Battle Frenzy?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Dude, that would be awesome. I would
How
love it. It would
how many
stop those people from sitting there with no bubble.
Oh,
That
dude,
pisses me off.
farmers would be so pissed off.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
You stole my oil.
It would create more activity because they'd have to log on and bubble. If they don't, we're gonna take it.
It'd be more like a long ass freaking. Yeah, I would take it.
I mean, they got to do the same thing in Void right now. They just got a bubble. They're not going to lose troops.
What
but
if
you
you
got a
lose?
bubble,
What
so
if
you
you
got to get the
lose?
resources.
What if you lose uranium during void?
No, what do you two people would cry and quit, boy? If we would
Dude,
all go die hard every void. We'd
they're
save all of our speeds and everything, and we'd go crazy in void. You know it.
they're
Come
crying
on now.
already. What are you talking about?
We would go. You and I would both go crazy in void. We'd be killing everybody. We'd be fighting people to kill people.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, he has no more troops. I don't care. I'm going again. I need to check for heartbeats over and over and over again. Now I'm giving him CPR.
We'd five fleet them without even thinking about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Go, 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 go. No, I think that'd be my complaint about Frenzy is people literally put in your nation, they hide their troops, and then they sit there with no bubble to get you only to speed to hit them and waste speeds because they think it's funny. Whereas if they unbubble and void, you and I both send 5 fleets and we take their
Well,
resources.
wait, hold on. Relly from 896. My condolences to your dad, my friend. I know it's a hard thing to go through. I send my condolences, dude.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I
You know,
appreciate it.
I know what you're going through, man. It's yeah. If you need someone to talk to, let me know. Let me know, brother.
Thank you, dude.
Hey, no problem. Sorry that I just now seen that, dude. But I seen it. I had to stop everyone talking.
That'll stop you.
Yeah. So, man, that I don't know. I think we don't have any more questions to be asked. I think we're done. Do we have any more tips for Void for people? These newer nations?
Don't bubble?
Yeah, of course you would say don't bubble. Of course you would say that.
Use 2-hour bubbles. They're the best and best bang for your buck.
Oh my god. You were so trying to get people fucking zeroed out.
Hey, I'm trying to get the old times back, and you got to go with it here. God damn it!
What level you get on your car?
I don't do it no more. I don't do it anymore. That reward for what it costs for a whopping 1% is not worth it. Sorry. Look at 45. Look what you get. And then you got to remember, you need 2, or for the first level 2, you need 1 and 1. Level 3 needs 2. Level 4 needs what? 4, and then it just keeps getting ridiculous. And look what it does. Click the car on the thing. Look what it does. You get a whopping 1%. Whoopee. For freaking level 45, Woody's what? $500? Or 700 for 52? I mean, get out of here. You can go use that on officer equipment and make so much more.
Yeah,
gains.
you are not wrong at that.
Again, I'm huge on cost per benefit. I mean, unless you just really want to drive that little truck around.
But it's a truck. I love the truck. I love driving.
That is not where you should put you. I'm cool with doing the first level 20 or something to get a couple skins, but to do 45 and 52, anything after level 2 on that just is not cost effective at all.
But
you are literally just chucking money down the drain.
What you trying to say, dude?
More than we already are.
I'm at level 41. What are you trying to say?
You're crazy.
What?
Yeah, at that point, the problem now is you're screwed. You kind of have to do it. You don't wasted all that money now. You gotta waste.
No, I gotta go to 45.
You're right.
Well,
And look what you gained, Woody. Let's examine that. Go back and click it. Let's go tell everybody. Click 45. No. Click the 45.
Okay.
Okay, so let's examine this. Does Woody need Titan equipment? The answer is no. Does Woody need Officer XP?
Yes.
A little bit of both. Elite Mail, a little bit, and the whopping 10 speeds. Is that worth $500, Woody?
But I mean,
for 1%.
But we're in first place.
Whereas you can go spend $20 on the officer equipment and get the same effect.
But we're in first place.
Oh, well, that justifies it. Well, I could go 52.
And we got Ronaldo against us, so I mean,
that's good. That's his. What do you call it? His daily guy doing that.
That's Ronaldo, and thank God for these level 1s because we'd be past them now.
That's the only reason why you ain't win.
That's the only reason why. I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
surprised if Ronaldo says, "Hey, give me your city. I'm going to 52."
Come on, man. That's just a lot of money.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
again, if we didn't have all the officer equipment and all these other things that are just you could do way more with for less, that's all I'm
I
saying.
don't usually do this. Every once in a while I'll do it, but I don't usually
I
do it.
used to. I used to, but I stopped.
Again, I don't usually do it. I would never suggest someone else to do it, but every once in a
I'm kind
while,
of shocked you're doing it, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie.
kind of shocked that I
I mean,
did it.
look at your deal. Now, click out of here for a second.
Hold on.
Let's do an educated thing. Once you're done disassembling your two little pieces,
I need those two pieces. That dude.
I know you do. You need the two. That saved you what?
Farm
25 cents.
farm lives matter.
Now go back to your office equipment up at the gift box.
Oh boy, here we go. We're gonna go justify stuff right now,
Go to the gift
guys.
box. Go to the gift box. No,
No,
no, no. Go to the gift box. Get back. Go get. Let's see what your money. Now you can buy all of that for less than what? What? $300? $320? And how many things you'd get? 1,500. You get all what? 2,000, 2,100 of those. Now let's go back and look and see what you could upgrade for $300 with 2,100 of those pieces, and see what you know what I mean. Cost to benefit.
like three of them.
No, you're not that high. Look, 200. So 2,100 will get you what? 5 and 5 almost. So you can
Damn, you're
upgrade
not
10
wrong.
levels there, Woody. And you can do zero point 0.7 times 10. So you can do
Yeah, I mean,
7% versus for $320 versus 1% for $500.
but it's the drag racing team, and I'm up against Ronaldo.
Oh, well, that makes sense. You should go 52.
I ain't going 52. I'm not going 52. I'm good.
All I'm saying is that's just messing me. Unless you love the truck event for
I
some
mean, I
reason.
do like it because I'm actually really good at it. Um,
Listen to Woody. I'm good at swiping left or right.
I am, dude. I am. It's like, slapping ass cheeks. The left cheek with the right cheek. You can't miss.
And I get the little Gatling gun. And I get to shoot the big monster.
I'm good at that monster guy. I'm not gonna lie. I get him all the time.
That's funny. I don't know. I think you would have spent your money better on that.
I know I would have, and that's me just being real. I think I need to really start actually spending back into here and starting getting some of these, honestly, because I'm running low on I'm running low on some of these buffs.
Yeah, I mean, right there, all those speeds, all that stuff would have benefited you more if giving that 0.1% for $500.
These is what I need. A lot more of those.
I figured you'd have a bunch. I have like 150, 200 of them. No, I have over 200 of each.
Oh, shut
I
up.
never use them.
I
only
dude,
use them in DOD or Triangle War. That's it.
I barely ever buy from the gift box. Barely ever.
I don't buy them either. I get them from, where I get a lot of them from? The coin packs. You get them for the as a bonus.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like the koi, whatever the
Yeah,
deal
the
was
blue
going
coin,
on.
the
When you
blue
reach
coin
different
stuff.
levels. Yeah, when you reach different levels, you get different ones. I always get them there.
Hmm.
That's where I get most of mine.
Look at you. Listen to you, Whale. But
Well, I'm just telling you where I get them. I mean, at least, yeah, but I'm not spending $500 on the truck event to be close to Ronaldo.
honestly, he wasn't there until today, so that's me being real. But guys, we are literally almost 4 hours in. I'm going to end it. So wait. Oh no, that'd be like another 4 hours waiting to see if they drop it to 2 a.m. No, I'm good.
Yeah, no, hell no. Go
Nah.
to sleep by then.